Apply today at illinoisstate.edu.
Hey, Ron Coomer here. Selling your house doesn't have to be complicated. My friend Jeff and his veteran-led team simplify the whole process. No repairs, no clean out, no months of waiting, just a fair offer, and you pick when you close.
Here's how it works. Give us a call and we'll visit your property and provide an offer and close on your schedule. Whether you're moving a parent or just going in a different direction, we make it simple.
Call them at 630-556-8892. That's 630-556-8892 or jeffbuysyourhouse.com.
Hey, it's Brew, and I feel like everything in my life depends on being connected. Whether I'm uploading a video, hopping on a call before my show, or video chatting with my family back in Michigan, I never have to think about my Wi-Fi. And that's why Xfinity stands out. You get the most reliable, fiber-powered Wi-Fi with the best equipment at one price for 5 years guaranteed. No contracts or commitments. Plus, you can get online in minutes with same-day Wi-Fi. Restrictions apply. Not available in all areas. Use of fiber or coaxial cable. Learn more at Xfinity.com/same-day Wi-Fi. Xfinity. Imagine that.
Hey, Cubs fans, Pat Hughes
and Ron Coomer here. This Cubs season, listen to the Cubs in crystal clear FM quality on 104.3 The Score.
It's got a chance! Gone! Pete Crow Armstrong with a long home run.
Imagine listening to all the action on FM.
Cubs baseball has never sounded this good.
Listen to every game on your home of the Cubs. 104.3 The Score.
Presented by the official sports book of The Score. Circa Sports. Sports betting the way it should be with no bet fee.
This Odyssey Sports Brawl.
Sal Stewart, 2 for 4 yesterday. That is socked to left field. Crushed by Stewart for a home run. See you later. Team leading 26, and the Reds have a 1-0 lead.
Oh, that'll wake you up in the middle of the night if you're David Martin. That was barreled and gone.
Sal Stewart, another bomb, another RBI. Give him 88 on his outstanding year. Hot corner, most ribs by a National League rookie through 120 team games since Frank McCormick in 1938. Put the ball on the ground his first time. He rips this one to right center field. That's down to the gap all the way to the wall. Sprint to third by Jordan. Wave is on. Ellie, relay to the plate. It's there. It is out. What a throw. A dynamite relay.
Well, as a third base coach, you have to understand that Ellie De La Cruz is going out there and he has some kind of arm. Look at that laser beam to the dish.
High chopper, he fields, comes home. Strong throw, got him at the plate.
Big play by Horner.
Beautiful play and short by Nico.
Sliding play by McKinstry.
Here comes the throw by Bench.
Hey, got him at the plate.
Barehanding Walt, and he throws him out on the run. Beautifully done. Williams throws to first. Phenomenal play by Aleka Williams. Wow.
Going all out to first. Got him. Another electric play from Matt McClain.
And a jumping grab by Paulie at third base. Nice play from Graham.
To his feet, throw to first in time. Connor Norby has dazzled over at second base.
And Estieri makes the catch. Full extension dive to the backhand on a dead sprint.
Oh, what a diving stop by Mazzana. Comes up throwing and he gets Machado. Dives and he got it.
What a play by Tyler Tolbert. Absolutely robbing Guzman.
Lane just makes a great play running back right there.
And he is out at second base.
Harry Ford delivers. And Lindor's cut down for the first out.
It's brought to you by Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. A very big crowd is on hand, and I see a lot of Cubby Blue all over T-Mobile Park. Leading off for the Cubs tonight and playing center field is Pete Crow Armstrong. Seiya Suzuki in right. Batting third and playing first, Michael Bush. Alex Bregman is batting fourth. The cleanup hitter at third base, Bregman. Ian Happ in left field. Nico Horner batting sixth and playing shortstop. The second baseman is Pedro Ramirez. The number 8 batter, Michael Conforto, the DH. And Carson Kelly batting ninth and catching. Those are the Cubs. Here are the Mariners. Brendan Donovan leading off at third base. Randy Arozarena in left field. Dominic Canzone in right.
The people are welcoming, they're loving, they're caring. So if you're looking for a familial feel, definitely Asheville.
It's Asheville. That's all you got to say.
Yeah.
They're excited to be back and back on their feet, so it's been awesome to see the rebuild.
Winning or losing, like everybody's there having a good time rooting us on, so I've always enjoyed that the whole year.
You play here at the tourist park, and you feel like you're back in the old days playing real baseball.
Nestled right into the mountains there.
That's right on a cliff.
During the offseason of 1888 to 1889, Spalding took a group of big leaguers on the first worldwide barnstorming tour.
This is Spalding.
Yes,
you look at the Spalding, you're like, wait a second, now this is the backstory. Okay, this is great.
Stops included New Zealand, Italy, France, and even Egypt, where they played in front of the pyramids. Spalding's contributions to baseball history don't end there.
Do you know the story of Doubleday and the invention of baseball?
Please,
tell us.
Enlighten us.
When a 71-year-old Cooperstown native came forward, baseball officially had a birthplace in Cooperstown.
If I'm in the presence of this baseball, does it like give you powers to become a better baseball player?
I've been here 5 years and playing baseball through all of it. I don't think I've gotten better.
And whether it's the World Series or the wonders of the ancient world, there's no debating that baseball connects us all.
Go to baseballhall.org to plan your visit to the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown, New York, and catch every episode of Hall of Fame Connections on MLB.tv.
Yes, Scooter, you made the phrase, holy cow, popular. So, at this time, Scooter, your friends have decided to present you with your own holy cow. You know, I'm not sure that was rehearsed beforehand.
Local experts for heating, air conditioning, plumbing, sewer, and electric. Cubs occupy the third base dugout here in Seattle. Cubs are sporting their gray shirts and trousers, red numbers on their backs, blue hats, helmets, sleeves, and socks. The Mariners in their black trousers, navy blue shirts with gold numbers. Uniform description sponsored by Benjamin Moore. On the field or the walls of your home, the right team and colors make all the difference. Official paint of the Chicago Cubs, Benjamin Moore. The umpires assigned to this series: Brennan Miller will call balls and strikes. Ryan Blakeney at first. Second base umpire Ben May and Chris Conroy will make the decisions at third. The announcement of the umpire sponsored by Old National Bank, where relationships and results matter. Hancock is on the mound, Ron. He's got a record of 7-7. If you were in that Cub lineup tonight, what would be your approach?
I'd be ready to hit the heater, that's for sure, because he's going to throw it. He's got a fastball four-seamer and a two-seamer that has great run. And the thing about it is, with that run, he's going to pitch inside with that fastball to the right-handed hitter. Up and in is where he likes to pitch. So for the right-handed hitter today, you better be ready to pull the baseball against him with the fastball.
We are ready to go. Pete Crow Armstrong steps in. You can hear there are some Cub fans here. And we are ready for this series to get underway. The right-hander Hancock deals. Pete will take down low, and away we go. I saw Pete at the hotel today, and I said, have you ever played a game in this park? He said, not regular season, but I played an MLB futures game here several years ago, right before he got called up in 2023. He'll take a strike, and the count now is 1-1. The ball run was carrying very well during batting practice.
And that's not normal for this ballpark. It usually plays very large, and it's usually a good pitcher's ballpark. But it's very warm and very humid here in Seattle. And as you said, the ball was carrying.
Swinging a foul back. It's 1-2. The announcement of the umpire sponsored by Old National Bank, where relationships and results matter. The lights are on, but still some daylight in the Pacific Northwest. 77 degrees. No wind, really. And now the 1-2 by the right-hander. Fouled away. Good swing by Pete.
He got a good fastball to hit there, inner half, and just fouled it straight back.
Pete Crow Armstrong, .279 average, 31 home runs, 79 runs batted in. He will swing and foul one at the plate, and the count holding steady at 1-2. 401 feet to straightaway center. The alleys, 376 left center, 380 right center, 326 to the corner in right, 331 to the corner in left. It's a fair park. The next pitch, fastball inside, and the count 2-2. Cubs starting a 6-game journey that will see them also play 3 in Phoenix against Arizona starting on Monday night. Here's the 2-2. Fouled away. He got away with a hanging breaking ball that time.
Yeah, that pitch was up and out over the plate to Pete. He took a big rip at it and fouled it back. One thing about Hancock that we're going to see tonight, he throws a lot of fastballs. You're going to see a higher percentage of fastballs from him than almost any other pitcher in the league.
Curveball is low. Cubs leadoff man run is presented by Benny's Beverage Depot. If Pete Crow Armstrong gets a base hit, Benny's Beverage Depot will donate $200 to service dog charities. If you can't find it at Benny's, it's probably not worth drinking. Here comes the 3-2 pitch. Swinging a high fly ball, deep right field. Back goes Canzone at the warning track. That ball is gone. A leadoff home run for Pete Crow Armstrong. Listen to the Cub fans here.
Now, we just talked about it, that you're going to see, as a Cubs hitter, a higher percentage of fastballs today against Hancock than maybe anybody else this season. Pete got a bunch of them in that at-bat and finally got one up and out over the plate. And he hammers this ball. He hit this ball a mile in the air, and it just clears the right field wall.
Over toward right center. His 32nd of the year, his 80th run batted in. How many leadoff hitters in the history of the game, Ron, have led their team in both home runs and RBIs in a season?
I don't know if there's ever been that guy. I do know with the 32 home runs, Rick Monday, when I was a kid, and Mo was one of our friends, now broadcasting for the Dodgers, he hit 32 home runs as a Cubs center fielder in the leadoff spot, and that was Pete's 32nd bomb.
Fastball is in there for a strike to Seiya Suzuki. Hancock, a big man, 6'4", 215 pounds. Had a win in his last start against Houston. And the pitch, breaking ball, is outside.
The pitch was called the ball, and the catcher is challenged.
It's going to be challenged by Seattle's catcher Cal Raleigh. He thought it was a good pitch, and it was. And it's strike 3. Suzuki is out number 1.
To go with that fastball, the 4-seamer and 2-seamer, he throws that 3/4 delivery breaking ball, which stays somewhat on the same plane, but it sweeps way across the zone to the right-handed hitter. That one caught the bottom of the zone.
Here is Michael Busch, 242 season average. He'll take a strike. Michael, 15 home runs, 64 driven in. As the Cubs begin this road series run, there's an impressive thing going on with Cubs and road series. Very impressive, in fact. They have won 9 consecutive road series.
Wow, how about that?
That is not very easy to do in big league ball. In fact, for the Cubs, it's the longest consecutive road series winning streak since 1912.
Oh, wow.
Here's a fly ball to left. Pretty well hit. Back goes to Rosarena. It's over his head. He misjudged the ball. It's off the wall. Busch digging for 2, and he's got a sliding double. Rosarena thought it was not hit as hard as it actually was. Had he gone back immediately, Ron, I think he would have had a play.
I think you're right. He goes back, and I think, you know, playing in this ballpark, we've talked about the ball does not carry here usually. But to your point, you were saying how when watching batting practice you saw it carry. So did I. That ball just carried right over his head.
Opposite field double for Busch. Alex Bregman, the batter. And he'll drive one in the air down the line and left. In the corner. If it's fair, it's gone. It's fair. It's gone. Cubs lead 3-0. Alex Bregman, a 2-run home run. And the Cubs are off to a great start here in Seattle.
Now, we're just talking about it at the open of the broadcast. A lot of fastballs to Cubs hitters. And what did he get? He got a fastball, inner half. Said you have to be ready to pull the baseball against Hancock. Bregman did not miss that one. He had a bolt down the left field line.
His 17th home run. He has 65 runs batted in. Cubs have had 4 batters, 3 extra base knocks, including home runs by PCA and now Bregman. Here's Ian Happ, swinging and missing. And that'll keep the Cubs crowd a major factor if they can lead for most of this game. Happ hitting .214. Switch hitter batting left-handed, takes low and inside from Emerson Hancock. I mentioned Hancock had a win his last outing, but his previous 3 starts resulted in losses. So he's a guy that does not have a whole lot of confidence flowing through his veins, and especially not now after 3 quick runs by the Cubs.
Yeah, it's been a very good inning for the Cubs offensively. First inning, powered by Invesco QQQ. 3-think possibility, Invesco Distributors Incorporated.
Hancock's been a big leaguer since 2023. And the pitch to Happ, check swing low, no swing. A 21-pitch inning already for Hancock after just a third of a frame. He's 0-2 lifetime against the Cubs in 3 career starts. Happ hits a ground ball fair down the left field line. He's going to try for 2, I believe. He's around first, digging for 2. The throw by Arozarena is going to be late. Head first slide. It's a double for Ian Happ. He was thinking double right from the get-go.
4th extra base hit in the inning already for the Cubs with only 1 out. Ian gets jammed by this slider. That's that sweeping hook going into him. And he just inside outs this ball, keeps it fair down the third base line. And his speed, he just hustles into second base to get the double.
Sometimes when you slide head first in the first inning of a game, Ron, the infield dirt is still kind of wet because the grounds crew has sprinkled water on it. And it can be kind of an awkward looking dive when you try a head first slide.
Yeah, Ian would attest to that because he just got, we have a phrase in baseball, kind of a funny one, called chin music. It's usually related to a pitcher throwing a pitch up and into a hitter. That's a different kind of chin music right there. That's induced by the grounds crew. But, yeah.
What's the phrase? You're an old stick in the mud.
Yeah, there you go. There's another one, yeah.
Happ at second. Cubs lead 3-0 first inning. Here's Nico Horner. Nico with 44 hits since the All-Star break, most in the National League in that time, hitting .264. Cubs lead 3-0. Here's a ground ball toward the middle. The shortstop will glove it. Rodden throws to first to get a hustling Horner on the play. Happ goes to third, 2 down. Cubs lead 3-0, and the batter Pedro Ramirez.
Feel like a Bosch prediction today. Brought to you by Bosch Power Tools. Feel like a Bosch. I'll make a prediction today, partner. Cubs are going to get at least 5 extra base hits in this ball game.
Boy, don't break that limb that you're out on. They've already got 4.
Oh, my bad. Sorry,
in the top of the first. Pretty bold guess by you, Ron.
I thought so.
Very. Captain Courageous should be your name.
Ooh, yeah.
Here is Pedro Ramirez waiting. That could be a big run over at third. You always want to pile up as many as you can in that top of the first, just to let the other team know that you are in town and ready to play some ball. Here's a foul back and out of play.
This is the ideal guy for Ramirez, who handles the bat very well, to shoot this ball towards that shortstop position and drive in this run.
Switch hitter batting left-handed. He'll swing and miss. It's a 26-pitch inning for Emerson Hancock. Let's see if Pedro can drive in the run. Happ has dirt and mud all over the front of his uniform after that head-first slide at second. And the 1-2 is outside, 2-2.
It's very rare that you see, and me included, that you would see a guy's the mud from him diving on his jersey right up to his neck. but that's what you got with the 8.5.
And a changeup is way outside. Check swing by Ramirez. Ron, you've talked about Ramirez, and he seems mature in many ways. One would be not chasing a lot of bad balls.
Yeah, he has good at bat after good at bat.
Here comes the 3-2. Swing and a foul at the plate, and we'll do it again.
Allen took a bite out of the catcher. Cal Raleigh, that one did him pretty good, I believe. Right in the inside, just above his ankle bone.
Hancock working from the stretch. Happ leads at third. The pitch. Swinging a high pop fly. Right side playable for the second baseman Young in very shallow right center. Makes the catch. But it's a prosperous top of the first for the Cubs. 3 runs, home runs by Pete Crow Armstrong and Alex Bregman. 3 runs on 4 hits after a half. Cubs 3, Mariners coming up on The Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Every strikeout and home run is heard right here on.
Muncy stumbled coming out of the box there. Twice. Knock it down. Knock it down.
Oh boy. First pitch, swing. Altuve pops it up. Back of the mound. It falls. Somehow, some way.
Well, gentleman tried to make a catch. He dove for it.
Usually not smart. Put a lot of seats there.
And Julio threw the ball into the seats. Julio threw the ball into the seats. That was the second out.
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game. These games. All the games. Pre-game. Post-game. And everything in between. This is baseball your way. With real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time. Because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Light beer. DG Yingling & Son, Pottsville, PA. Enjoy responsibly.
Every team needs a closer. Injured? Dial Pound Law. Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm.
Proud partner of the Chicago Cubs. Morgan & Morgan, 332 South Michigan Avenue, Chicago.
Brendan Donovan will lead off for Seattle against Matthew Boyd. Matthew with a little bit of a cushion to work with thanks to a 3-run rally for the Cubs in the top of the first. His first pitch outside to Donovan, hitting .275. Ron, as you think about Matthew Boyd facing these Mariners, the next pitch in there for a called strike. What's on your mind?
I think for Matthew, it's about command of that fastball. When he's pitching ahead and he knows where that fastball is going, which is most of the time. I mean, he has had a great season so far. Then his secondary pitches, it's hard to cover the high fastball, a fastball away, a fastball in, and then cover his off-speed pitches because he has good velocity on that heater.
Here's a ground ball to second, sharply hit, but right to Ramirez. He'll throw to first, 1 down. 1 away, Cubs lead by 3, bottom of the first, and the batter is Randy Arozarena.
The one thing about this lineup that he's going to face, too, today, 4 left-handed hitters in the lineup today. That's kind of unique for him probably to face, so that's always a positive, too. Left on left for Boyd.
Arozarena, a right-handed batter, hitting .272. Using a very unique-looking bat. It almost looks like it would glow in the dark. 0-1 on Arozarena.
Kind of has a little bit of the Pink Panther look to it, doesn't it?
Sure does. There's a pitch in there for a called strike.
Well, I know this is the week where the players can can design their equipment, so I'm guessing that's what it is. It's Players Week, I think they call it.
Fly ball to shallow center. Backpedaling and calling is Ramirez. The second baseman makes the catch. And his bat has some green and bright orange, almost like a reddish orange color.
Yeah, that could be a table leg as soon as this is over.
So it's called MLB Players Weekend.
Yeah.
And during the next 3 days, Major League Baseball players use custom-designed bats, cleats, and gear to showcase personal stories, unique hobbies, favorite pop culture icons, and charitable causes.
Dominic Canzone is the batter, and it's in there for a call strike.
Now, Pat, if you were to design a bat for yourself or some shoes, like somebody, what would you do for a design of your stuff? What would you...
It would be a microphone, first of all, instead of bat or shoes.
Yeah.
Here is a swing and a miss. And I think some, just in case the lights would go out, maybe a microphone that would glow in the dark.
Oh, see? That's why you're a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, it's just right off the top of my head, the best I could do. Here's the 0-2 to Canzone. It's taken outside for a ball. How about yourself?
Oh, boy, you put me on the spot now.
Touche.
If I had a bat, I would probably do... I might do something about like the skyline of Chicago. That could be something you could do. The other thing I always thought about is growing up in Chicago, we're famous for a few different food items, like the Chicago hot dog, Chicago Italian beef, pizza. But what if you made your bat like a Chicago hot dog?
You're talking about a very large bat, I'm guessing. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Swinging a chopper foul. So you got the skyline and a Chicago hot dog. Anything else?
Well, I think one or the other. It wouldn't be on the same bat. One or the other. But, I know there's a lot of people listening to us, having hot dogs out there tonight, grilling out. So thanks for listening. And, I think the Chicago hot dog would be good.
2-2 pitch swing and a miss, strike three. Boyd very sharp, works 1, 2, 3. We go to inning number 2. Cubs 3, Mariners nothing. On the Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
The Cubs play here on 104.3 The Score and the
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
The name of the business is Legacy Catering. We all were talking about how Mom taught us all how to cook. She was a cook at the public school system for ages. So we all started cooking with her, so we decided, to do the business, so we went to figure out what we're going to call it. So we said, let's cook in honor of, our mother. So that's where Legacy came in. And just remember that Legacy Catering is about people, and this is what barbecuing is all about, and this is why we love it.
It was a defensive play so iconic that we simply call it the catch.
This is the glove Willie Mays had when he made that catch. This is great.
Oakland pitcher Dave Stewart was named the World Series MVP.
It really comes from like the kings of Siam would give their courtiers white elephants, which were sacred animals.
They need to know this story. That's amazing.
Nobody can steal a base like Ricky.
I'm the greatest of all time. Thank you.
So imagine making steals in these stuff.
So these are Thai Cubs.
And these are Thai Cubs.
So what I want to know is, were they ever swabbed for the DNA of opposing pitchers?
Roberts is no stranger to stolen bases himself.
That's what makes it special, is that everybody knew he was going to steal.
HR, designed and built for small businesses. Choose a future with gusto.
Who's on first? Southwest Airlines, ranked first among U.S. airlines by the Wall Street Journal. Based on WSJ's 2025 rankings. See southwest.com/WSJ.
Top 2 Cubs with a 3-0 lead over the Mariners. The second inning is brought to you by Sea Glass Wines, delivering crisp, refreshing flavors that hit every time. Pat?
All right, Zach. Thank you. Michael Conforto. I enjoyed your interview with Michael, Zach, on the pregame show tonight. He's from this area, and he grew up watching all of those star players of yesteryear. Swing and a miss by Conforto, and they have certainly had some superstar players. It's shocking, Ron, when you think that Seattle is the only team that has never played in a World Series.
Yeah, isn't that something?
Let alone winning one. They've never even played in a World Series.
And, that middle 90s through, 2000, early 90s through 2000, this, to your point, you talk about a star-studded team. I mean, this was one of the best teams in all of baseball through the 90s, and not to make a World Series.
1-2 to Conforto, drops down low for a ball. Ken Griffey Jr. and Edgar Martinez and A-Rod and
Randy Johnson.
And you've had so many. Here's a smash up the middle, glove by the shortstop on one hop. Rodden will throw out Conforto. That ball hit the mound, and whenever it does that, it always slows down a grounder and gives the infielder a better chance to make the play, and that was one of those cases. One down.
Yeah, it hits and the ball kicks up high. Rodden fields this ball on that hop and throws out Conforto. Speak on today, powered by Xfinity. Reliable Wi-Fi at one price for 5 years. Xfinity, imagine that.
Carson Kelly, the batter. He will take a strike on a ball that was not handled by Cal Raleigh. Kelly hitting .260. He'll be followed by Pete Crow Armstrong, who led off the ball game with another home run, his 32nd of the year. Alex Bregman added a 2-run homer later in the first. Fastball is inside to Kelly. Manager Craig Counsell, as you noted during the pregame interview with him, Ron, celebrating birthday number 56 today.
Yeah, happy birthday to Counts.
The 1-1 is low and inside. He has had quite a career.
Yeah, he really has.
16 years as a player, and now I'm not sure of the exact year of managing in the big leagues, but I think it's around 10, 12 maybe.
Yeah, I would think at least that.
There's a swing and a miss, and the count 2-2. I thought he looked a little bit taller today. I really did when I saw him. Sure enough, it's his birthday. Kelly waiting for the 2-2. Hancock always works from a stretch. He brings it. Curveball is low, and the count now 3-2. Hancock destined for a relatively short outing, you would think. He's at 40 pitches after an inning and a third. Here's a swing and a chop foul. Pitch counts have taken on greater significance over the years. I think in your day, Ron, you were kind of aware of where a guy was, but guys used to make 100, 110, maybe 115 pitches in a game, too. They don't do that anymore.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, it started with the younger pitchers for the most part then.
Looper foul out of play.
And just trying to protect them a little bit, and the veteran guys, especially your top one or two, let's say, guys in rotation, they would go, deep into the game. And I saw that changing as I was, leaving baseball, and now it is a major part of the game.
Fastball, strike 3 called. No argument from Carson Kelly. He may have gotten caught looking for a breaking ball, and a fastball at the knees strikes him out. 2 down. Second strikeout for Hancock. Cubs leading 3-0 in the second, and the batter is Pete Crow Armstrong.
I think for the fastball, for all the righties, you're looking for that ball to run inside. And Hancock made a good pitch, cross-firing him, throwing it away, and it came back to the outside corner.
Pete swings at a low curve and doesn't get it. The sun is setting, and there's a glare issue out above the left field foul pole. It's absolutely blinding if you happen to look in that area. The 0-1 pitch popped up foul and out of play. So just to the people in our booth, try not to look over there. I made that mistake.
Yeah, blinded by the light?
A little bit. Me and Manfred Mann.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And didn't the boss write that song?
He did, that's right.
And he said it never became famous until Manfred Mann started singing it.
Now,
right?
We all have those moments in your life where things get humbling. That was probably one of those moments, I would think.
Now the 0-2 to PCA. Low and inside for a ball.
Defensive alignment sponsored by Fitzgerald Equipment. Material handling handled. Learn more at FitzgeraldEquipment.com. Everybody in the outfield going to play a little deeper today, as Pat was talking about. 78 degrees starting game. Ball really carrying here in Seattle in this park, which is unique.
Pop-up foul, left side, racing over the third baseman, making the catch. Donovan, a running catch in foul territory. There's a lot of room in foul ground here in Seattle. Cubs do nothing in the second inning after 1.5. Cubs 3, Mariners nothing on the score.
That's up the middle, base hit. Maddox makes a turn. Here comes the throw. It's going to be close. He's going to miss. Safe. He didn't touch it. This is bizarre, folks. This is bizarre. That's unreal.
What do you think? You ever seen that play before like that?
I've never seen anything like it.
Fenway Park is no stranger to passionate fans, but last week, the iconic ballpark was treated to a jolt of pure energy.
No Scotland, no party. Getting invaded by the Scots.
Thousands of Scottish soccer fans have traveled to the U.S. for the World Cup. Eager for a taste of our national pastime, the Tartan Army took their bagpipes to the streets of Boston and unleashed a party to remember. And of course, this included marching into Fenway Park, kilts and all. The Red Sox rolled out the red carpet, honoring their new friends from across the pond with a Scottish celebration night. Safe to say the Scots were grateful, busting out non-stop chants as the Sox took on the Rangers. But the Tartan Army wasn't done there. The drums and bagpipes hit Yankee Stadium next before continuing on to Miami. And inside Lone Depot Park, these brand new baseball fans got to see renowned Scottish soccer star Billy Gilmore throw out the first pitch. March on, Tartan Army. Glad you had a great time at the ballpark. Welcome to the big leagues.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita
Learn more, contact Adam Colopy at ACOLLOPY@villageofbedfordpark.com.
Join the Cubs on Monday, August 31st for Girls Night Out at the ballpark. Fans who purchase tickets through Cubs.com/specials.
Julio Rodriguez fouls it away. Zach, go ahead.
Cubs.com/specials will receive a special edition Cubs Alice and Wonder makeup bag. Don't miss out on this offer. Pat?
0-1 on Julio Rodriguez. Hitting .253, dynamic player. Not having one of his biggest seasons. He does have 19 home runs, 53 driven in. But he can do a lot of things. Speed, power. Here's a line drive toward short. Backhanded play by Horner. He trapped it and has to throw to first in time. Good play by Nico. That was a knuckling line drive. He's playing shortstop, remember. He went to his backhand side and had the ball hit the dirt right before it got to him. But he just stayed calm and made a good throw to get his man.
Like, from our vantage point, I thought he caught the ball. He knew he did not get that call to the third base umpire. So that was a good decision by him. Chris Conroy said right away no. Gave the safe call that it was not a catch.
Matthew Boyd looking for his 9th win of the year against only 2 losses. Facing the left-handed batting Naylor, and the first pitch outside on the corner for a strike. Cubs have been a very good road team. You almost have to have a lot of good veteran players to be able to say you have a winning road record, don't you think?
Yeah, I would agree. Yeah, absolutely. It's just a lot tougher to play on the road than it is at home.
I was looking at that. The Cubs are 36-27 on the road. And not to get too far ahead of yourself, but if you want to go deep into October and start thinking about a World Series, you're going to have to win some road games. Bouncing ball up the middle, base hit past a diving Ramirez. Naylor gets the 1-out single. The Mariners get their first base runner. Cubs leading 3-0, and the batter is Taylor Ward. But If you want to win a World Series run, you've got to win some games on the road in the postseason.
Yeah, there's no doubt. You've got to be able to play well on both places. Cubs have definitely shown they can do that.
Naylor's first. Taylor Ward, the batter. And he'll take a slow curveball that missed. Ward hitting .239. Spent the majority of this season with Baltimore. Acquired a short time ago Taylor Ward. The 1-0 is a fastball outside, ball 2. Naylor not a base stealing threat, nonetheless being held by Bush at first. And now the 2-0. Fastball is high, ball 3. Now Boyd behind 3-0 has to come from behind to get him.
Here's to that running fastball away from Ward. See if he can make a good pitch with it. Get him a ground ball.
3-0. Ward probably taking all the way is, and it's ball 4. 4-pitch walk. You won't see many of those from Matthew Boyd. But now 2 on with 1 away. The Cubs leading 3-0, and the batter is Cal Raleigh.
First walk of the game by Matthew, and he threw that crossfired heater inside and missed the corner in.
Raleigh hitting just .156. Here's the pitch on the way. Swinging a drive deep left center. This is going to tie the game. A long home run.
Raleigh last season, one of the best seasons a catcher offensively has ever had in Major League Baseball, with 60 home runs. He gets a fastball here right in the middle of the plate, about belt high, and he didn't miss it. He hits it over his bullpen in left center.
He jumped on the first pitch. It is a 3-3 game. Second inning, and the batter now is Cole Young. Raleigh's 14th of the year. Didn't even have time to tell you that he's been in a 2-for-24 slump before that.
Talking to some of the Seattle people about him earlier today, and talking about all the injuries he's dealt with.
Liner to left. That's a base hit in front of Happ. Single for Cole Young, and the number 9 hitter Brock Rodden is due up.
You know, Raleigh played in the World Baseball Classic and then didn't play much and then got hurt. Had that oblique issue and tried to play through it. And that didn't work out. He's had 2 stints on the injured list this year and just has never been able to really get on track, although his swing looked pretty good on that last fastball.
Yeah. Tommy Hodevy out to see about Matthew Boyd. Cubs got 3 in the first. All of the runs in the game on home runs. Pete Crow Armstrong led off the game with a solo homer to right. Alex Bregman right down the line in left, a 2-run home run also in the first inning. And now Cal Raleigh of Seattle has tied the game with a long home run to left center. Game on. Rodden has only played 6 games with Seattle in the big leagues, so he's an inexperienced ball player. And he'll take outside from Matthew Boyd.
Tough plays of the game tonight are sponsored by Loyola Medicine. Loyola Medicine defines tough. That play by Nico will be our tough play of the game right away, early in the ballgame.
Short lead by Young. Rodden hits a high fly ball to deep left field. Back goes Happ on the warning track with room, and he'll make the catch. Tagging is Young and going to second, and he is there safely. Rodden, a deep fly to left. And tagging at first is Young and taking second after the grab.
Well, I thought this ball had a chance of going out of the ballpark. It was hit very high and just kind of ran out of gas. Ian caught it about halfway onto the track and left.
And here is Brendan Donovan. And he lines one into right center field. Coming in, Suzuki has to play it on a bounce. He will throw toward the plate, not nearly in time. And Seattle has the lead. Donovan is single into right center. Young took off immediately, has good speed, and scored with a slide, although he didn't really have to. There was no play at the plate. And this one has turned completely around.
Now the Cubs put up a big 3-spot in the first, and now Seattle with a 4-spot here in the second.
And Randy Arozarena takes a strike. Boyd had a rough outing in his last time out against St. Louis. It was at Wrigley last weekend. And the pitch by Matthew is lifted into shallow left. Happ coming in. Easy play. And that'll end the inning. But Seattle scores 4. We go to inning number 3. Mariners 4, Cubs 3 on the score, and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
You've got to be very careful where you're going because you might not get there. But how exactly can you go from a yogi to a king through perfectos, the old professor, and pint talk? Find out on Hall of Fame Connections.
Yogi Berra was an 18-time All-Star and 10-time World Series champion.
This is the only perfect game in World Series history. You ask him about it, and he would say, it ain't been done before, and it ain't been done since.
David Wells was perfect on May 17th, 1998, Beanie Baby Day.
It's not the pitcher that's calling the game, it's the catcher calling what pitch to throw.
The rule was, can't be more than 18 inches of pine tar. Home plate is 17 inches wide. And so he said, well, if it's more than an inch, and it was a lot more than an inch, then it's an illegal bat.
They might be going to call George Brett out. Well, he is. He's out. Yes, Brett is out. Look at this.
Keep it down a little, will you, please?
Okay, Yogi.
Casey Stengel and the other touring ball players met the King of England.
Of course, with my English, we had a little trouble understanding each other.
As Yogi said, when you come to a fork in the road, take it. Catch every episode of Hall of Fame Connections on MLB.tv and discover your own connections to the game at baseballhall.org.
Hint, hint.
Seiya Suzuki's on deck for the Cubs. Who's on deck is sponsored by TimberTech Decking and Railing. Everything wood should be. Visit TimberTech.com. Pat?
Seiya Suzuki will lead off this Cubs third inning and take inside. And one of the early feelings you have, Ron, is that the bullpens are going to play a fairly prominent role for both teams in this ball game tonight. Here's the 1-0. That's in there for a called strike. We're going to play the Benny's Beverage Depot attendance game. If you can't find it at Benny's, it's probably not worth drinking. And now the 1-1. Curveball way outside, 2-1.
Good crowd here tonight in Seattle. Actually, big crowd. This is a big ballpark, too, but there are a lot of people here.
Plenty of Cub fans. Now the 2-1. Swing and a foul back by Seiya. He struck out his first time.
Walking around the downtown area the last 2 days. We had an off day here yesterday in Seattle, and just kind of getting around today. Ton of Cubs fans in downtown Seattle walking around.
The 2-2, swing and a foul back. We're staying right near the water I guess most places in Seattle are pretty close to the water,
Yeah.
but we are right on the shore. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Suzuki. Here's the pitch. Low and outside. Let's see if Seiya can get on to crank up a Cubs rally. 3 different starting times in this series. A night game, then a late afternoon game tomorrow, and then a regular early afternoon game on Sunday. Here's a swing and a foul at the plate, and we'll do it again. Tomorrow's game begins at 3:10 Central Time. Let me correct that. Tomorrow's game starts at 6:15 Central. That's David Peterson against Cade Anderson. I was reading about him, Ron. He's going to make his major league debut. One of the top pitching prospects in all of baseball, pitching for Seattle tomorrow. Here's a pop-up foul and back out of play. And I was looking at some of the minor league numbers. We'll get more into them tomorrow, but
impressive.
Very impressive. Cade Anderson. And then the 3:10 start on Sunday, Shota Imanaga to start for the Cubs. The Mariners have not yet named their starter. And then it's on to Phoenix to take on the Diamondbacks. 3-2 pitch. Ground ball to short. Charging and scooping it up is Rodden, and his low throw not in time. Low throw in the dirt. Naylor tried to make a backhand pick and could not handle it cleanly. That's going to be E6, I believe.
Yeah, Rodden just trying to be a little quick with this throw as he kind of has that one hop and then throws a sinker to first. Didn't really get on top of this ball. Ball thrown low. Naylor, big swipe at it, but could not come up with it, so it will be an error on the shortstop.
Ian Happ, or rather Michael Busch standing in. Suzuki at first, nobody out. Busch had a double and a run scored his first time. Errors by the opposition, sponsored by North Shore, the MVP of adult diapers.
Oh, yeah.
For even the heaviest control problems, visit northshore.com. Might be my imagination, but it seems like Zach Zaidman is quicker with that commercial read than any of the others he hands me. Here's the little pop fly into center. It's going to be caught by Rodriguez, the center fielder, and that's out number 1.
Yeah, I would absolutely agree. There's no doubt.
Zach just seems to have an affinity for the adult diapers.
Well,
which doesn't make him a bad guy.
No, absolutely not. You know, he was reading that commercial while you were off for a few days, and it really did sound good with him reading it. If you so choose to have him maybe do that, then he wouldn't have to sprint down here like he does. I feel like every now and then, because he has to come bolting by me to get to you, and yeah.
Bregman hits a ground ball to third, deep behind the bag. The third baseman, a long throw to first. A bad throw. A bad throw. Everyone's going to move up a base. And runners will be at second and third. Suzuki saw home plate unguarded for a moment, thought about trying to score, but hustles back to third. The third baseman, Donovan, planted the foot and threw one that sailed way over the head of Naylor at first. That's going to be E5. And the Cubs have men at second and third with one away. 2 errors in the inning for the defense for Seattle. If you're a Cub, you're feeling like we've got to take advantage of this right now.
Yeah, there's no doubt. The infield's going to play in now. And these are 2 balls that are very playable ground balls to the infield. Routine ground ball to short and a semi-routine ground ball to third.
Ian Happ, the batter. Cubs trailed by a run. Ian swings and fouls it back. Look out, that ball nailed somebody. I hope everyone is okay. Boy, those balls come back there quickly.
On the netting above the dugout, it went right over the netting. I mean, just over it.
The next pitch, Happ lines one foul down the right field line. Okay, now he has to concentrate on putting it in play. The infield is in. The Cubs are down by a run. We're in the third inning. And Emerson Hancock in a jam, second and third, with one down because of two errors. One each by the third baseman Donovan and the shortstop Rodden. Now the 0-2. Happ swings and misses. Strike three. Two down. Off-speed pitch got him. It's up to Nico Horner.
Yeah, a little slow backdoor hook. Ian well out in front. Meat of the order. That's brought to you by Pete's Market, Chicagoland's largest family-owned, locally operated grocery.
We're going to pause 10 seconds before Nico steps in for station identification. This is The Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Covering the Cubs and all of Chicago's teams. We are 104.3 The Score, WSCR, WSCR-FM and HD1 Chicago, and Odyssey Sports Station on the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
With former Cub and All-Star Ron Coomer, Pat Hughes at T-Mobile Park in Seattle, Washington. Lots of action in the early going. We're only in the third inning. Seattle leading 4-3. There have already been 3 home runs in the game. Pete Crow Armstrong and Alex Bregman with Cub home runs. Cal Raleigh a 3-run homer for Seattle. Now a big spot for Nico Horner. 2 down, minutes, second and third. Cubs are down by a run.
I would say Nico's going to get pounded inside with this fastball, either two-seamer or four-seamer. See if he can hook a ball down in that left field corner.
He takes outside for ball one.
I just think they've got to know he does a very good job using the other side of the field. You would think with as good a two-seamer as Hancock has, he's going to be pitching inside to Nico. No.
Big bouncer toward the middle. The second baseman gloves it, running throw to first in time. Young made the play. Running throw to first gets Nico Horner. Cubs don't score, leave 2 after 2.5. Mariners 4, Cubs 3. This is The Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Will it stay in the park against the wall? It is off the glove, and it's gone. It's gone.
You'll see it. You'll see it.
They're nowhere near where the ball is.
Here comes Dillon.
Whoa, he stumbles and he falls on a weird play. On the ground left side, Cora. Hopper stumbles. Well, one of those embarrassing moments that all players have.
Grounded sharply. What a backhand. Key Brian Hayes takes it away. Electric defense at the hot corner.
Another one stopped by Betts on a dive. A throw from his knees. The pick from Freddie. The Dodger defense dazzling in Denver.
Clark's on the run. Got a good jump. Max Clark makes the catch. Crashing into the fence in front of the bullpens. One of the most gifted young outfielders in baseball. Haven't they gotten the scouting report? Binge notches another one. 2-in-1 inning for Carson Bench. Are you kidding me? Stop running on him. To the right side. Diving stop made by Clemens. From his knee, throws him out. Run-saving play. Cody Clemens with a brilliant diving stop to his right. Towards the middle. At second. What a grab by Henderson. What a throw by Gunnar Henderson. Unbelievable in the middle of the diamond.
Bottom 3 here in Seattle. It's the Mariners on top of the Cubs 4-3. Currently 74 degrees and cloudy time and temperature, sponsored by Circa Sports. Sports betting the way it should be with no bet fees. Pat?
Dominic Canzone will lead off for Seattle, bottom of the third. Mariners on top 4-3. Lefty to lefty as Boyd delivers. The ball bounced to Bush. He backs up, gloves it, and a close play at first is just in time with Boyd a little bit tardy getting over to cover. Score that one 3-1. Let's see if the Mariners want to challenge that call. It was bang, bang. No challenge.
Yeah, Boyd got there, but he had to really start digging when he got somewhat about halfway to first. He knew he was a little late, and he was flying. Just gets him at first.
Here's Julio Rodriguez. Rodriguez bounced out his first time. Boyd's first pitch low and away. First of 3 in Seattle and the first of 6 on the road. Here comes the 1-0. Backdoor curve and a beauty in there for a called strike.
Third inning is brought to you by Consumers Credit Union. People who are in your corner who stand up for you wherever you go.
Next pitch inside. Big crowd. Seattle averaging 31,000 per home game. We're going to have way more than 31 tonight. And now the 2-1 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Good off-speed delivery. What do you like here, Ron?
Well, you got options. You can go back-to-back change-ups like that last pitch, but be a pretty good option. Rodriguez is way out in front of that last pitch. Yeah, you're speaking to the crowd. There's not an empty seat to be had in this ballpark tonight.
2-2 pitch low and away. We're going to play the Benny's Beverage Depot attendance game and make our guesses. If you can't find it at Benny's, it's probably not worth drinking. A swing and a miss, strike 3. Rodriguez is out number 2. Strikeout number 2 in the game for Matthew Boyd, and the batter is Josh Naylor.
Yeah, good breaking ball by Matthew. Starts out away and ends up down and in. Coming to you live all season long from the Invesco QQQ broadcast booth, proud partner of the Chicago Cubs.
Naylor runs up as if to bunt. Just looking at him, I doubt that he's had more than a handful of bunt hits in his entire life.
Yeah, yeah, he's been a guy that's a hitter. There's no doubt about that.
Here comes the 1-0. Naylor takes a strike. I'll go ahead and get the guessing started in the Benny's attendance game. I'm going to say 40,004. Here's the 1-1. Naylor takes a strike. Naylor had a single and scored a run his first time.
I'll say 39,000.
The 1-2. Curveball popped up foul and back out of play.
I'm going to go 39,500.
Boy, the flag's just hanging. Very little breeze. A little on the humid side. Not bad. Nice summer night. The pitch. Fly ball. Pop fly. Shallow left. Angling out as the shortstop Horner. Over near the line. Makes the catch. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Matthew Boyd. We go to the 4th inning. It is Seattle 4 and the Cubs 3 on the score, and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs.
Sometimes artifacts in the collection of the Hall of Fame could tell multiple stories. This is the earliest known Yankees baseball cap in existence. It tells a story of a very early baseball cap and of a guy who just had a cup of coffee in the big leagues. But there's actually a hidden story inside this cap. There's another name written in the cap. So who's Dolan?
High chopper, he fields, comes home. Strong throw, got him at the plate. Diving play by Horner.
Beautiful play at short by Nico.
Sliding play by McKinstry. Here comes the throw by Ben.
Hey, got him at the plate. Barehanding Walls, and he throws him out on the run. Beautifully done.
Williams throws to first. Phenomenal play by Aleka Williams. Wow. Going all out to first. Got him. Another electric play from Matt McClain.
And a jumping grab by Paulie at third base. Nice play from Graham.
To his feet, throw to first in time. Connor Norby has dazzled over at second base.
And Estiari makes the catch. Full extension dive to the backhand of a dead sprint. Oh, what a diving stop by Mazzana.
Comes up throwing, and he gets Machado. Dives, and he got it. What a play by Tyler Tolbert. Absolutely robbing Guzman.
Lane just makes a great play running back right there.
And he is out at second base. Harry
CUBS.com for full details.
The Out-of-Town Scoreboard is sponsored by Club Citgo. Download the Club Citgo app. Save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up. The Brewers win a 2-1 victory over the Braves in Milwaukee. Pat Jacob Mizorowski threw 6 scoreless innings for the Brewers, who lead the Cubs by 5.5 games at this point of the evening.
Pedro Ramirez first up, hits ground ball to first. Routine for Naylor, gloves it, runs over, steps on the bag. 1 down, Zach. What else?
Whole bunch of other action around the majors. Finals on the board. Phillies knock off the Cardinals 7-6 in 10, Pat. Alex Bohm with a walk-off triple. The Yankees beat the Blue Jays 3-1. It was the Red Sox 6, Giants 4. Wilson Contreras goes deep for Boston. Sonny Gray wins his 16th game of the year.
Here it's 4-3 Seattle in the 4th. Michael Conforto pulls a ground ball foul past first.
Javier Sanoa with a walk-off single. Marlins beat the Nationals 3-2. It was the Orioles 5 and the Rays 3. The White Sox knock off the Mets 6-4. Royals beat the Tigers 5-2. Kyle Isbell went deep for Kansas City. In progress, Astros leading the A's 4-0 now. They are in the 9th inning. Yordan Alvarez with a couple of RBI doubles.
Conforto gets hit in the lower right leg with a pitch. Looked like a curveball. I think he's okay. Might have stung a little bit, though, Ron.
Yeah, that one got him in the lower leg, front leg, too. That means Hancock held on to that breaking ball way too long. So he had to miss his spot. They wanted this ball down and away, and it hit Conforto in the leg. He had to miss his spot by 4 feet.
4-3 Seattle, 4th inning, 1 away, a man at first. Carson Kelly, the batter. And he'll hit a line drive, base hit to left, past a diving Donovan. Stopping at second is Conforto, and it brings up Pete Crow Armstrong. Zach, what else you got?
A few other games currently being played. Top of the 10th in Texas. Angels leading the Rangers 1-0. The Guardians all over the Rockies 8-1 in the bottom of the 8th inning. Patrick Bailey with a 3-run shot. Diamondbacks leading the Reds 6-0, bottom of the 4th. And it's the Padres on top of the Twins 6-2 now, bottom of the 6th inning. Dodgers a 4-2 lead over the Pirates in the 3rd. Pat?
Here it is 4-3 Seattle. Thank you, Zach. We'll take a look at the Benny's Beverage Depot scoreboard a little bit later on. 2 men on, 1 away. Pete Crow Armstrong will take high for ball 1. This at-bat kind of has a potential turning point of the ball game feel to it.
Yeah, there's no doubt.
Pete already with a home run, led off the game with his 32nd. Checks his swing and takes low and outside. No swing, 2-0.
This 4th inning is sponsored by Access One, your Chicago technology partner for managed IT, cybersecurity, business phone systems, and internet services. Welcome to the Score and the Cubs broadcast, Access One.
Inside, almost hit him in the right foot, ball 3. That pitch not close, which surprised me on a 2-0 offering. Ron, how about you?
Yeah, that once again is an off-speed pitch. So one off-speed pitch pulled way across the zone, hit Michael Conforto in the front foot. Now that changeup he pulled way across the zone and almost hit Pete in the front foot.
Let's see if he has the green light on 3-0. He does, and hits a fly ball to left. It's not deep, and it will be caught by a Rosarena, and that's going to be out number 2. No surprise Pete had the green light on 3-0, but he is retired on the fly ball.
Yeah, I got a 3-0 green light. He got a cross-fired fastball inside that jammed him, and he just inside out of that ball. Routine play to the left fielder, Rosarena.
So it's up to Seiya Suzuki with 2 outs and 2 on. Cubs trailing 4-3 here in the 4th inning. Suzuki has struck out and reached on an error. Runners take their leads. The pitch. Breaking ball, strike. Lights beginning to have more and more of an effect. Still some daylight left. It stays light very late in this Pacific Northwest area. Swinging a foul off to the right, out of play. I remember that from the minor league days in towns like Tacoma and Spokane, Ron. It would be dark until 9:30 at night.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that was my last minor league game I ever played in, was right down the road in Tacoma, Washington. At the trade deadline, I got traded to the Twins.
Curveball, strike 3 call. Cubs squander a good scoring chance. No runs on a hit. They leave 2. Middle of inning number 4.
Zach attack for a 2-run homer and a 4-2 A's lead.
Gone! Matt Olson with a 3-run home run. His 36th of the season, and the Braves jump in front 5-2.
And Logan Henderson, with 7 innings here this afternoon at Dodger Stadium, will leave this game with a 4-1 lead. A sensational performance from Logan here today in Southern California.
Deep right center field. Giddy up, baby. Gone! A 2-run homer for Ben Rice. And just like that, a 4-2 Yankee lead here in the 10th.
Noah Cameron has his first big league shutout, a 1-hit shutout. That's exactly what he wanted.
Like build this for them and spend the last year of coming up with this concept and getting it off the ground and getting everybody here. Like, it just feels really good to have everybody coming and experiencing the thing that we've been working so hard on. To be able to like take the experiences of Comic-Con and add that to a card show just is really fulfilling, because as somebody who grew up going to card shows and still goes to the same card show in the same church basement in Trumbull, Connecticut every month, like, it's great. Card shows are amazing, but to be able to add all of this experience is what makes this great.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Clips app or check in online at greatclips.com. Great Clips. It's gonna be great.
League Leaders are sponsored by Gusto. Higher pay and grow your team with Gusto. Luis Arraez of the Phillies is the batting average leader in the majors, hitting at .322.
Taylor Ward is first up for Seattle against Matthew Boyd and takes ball 1. Zach, what else?
Former Cub Kyle Schwarber is the home run leader at the moment with 37.
The 1-0 is a strike.
There is a tie for the RBI lead. Sal Stewart of the Reds and Jordan Walker of the Cardinals, both atop that department, 96 ribbies each.
There is a strike.
Jacob Misiorowski is the ERA leader in Major League Baseball at 1.68. Sonny Gray and Christopher Sanchez, the wins leaders, both at 16.
Fly ball to center. It's going to be caught by PCA, and that's going to be out number 1. Ward flies out to Pete Crow Armstrong, and the batter is Cal Raleigh. What else, Zach?
Well, I can't tell you that the first out is sponsored by Xfinity. Reliable Wi-Fi, one price for 5 years. Xfinity, imagine that.
Raleigh snapped out of a 2-for-24 slump by cracking a long home run, a 3-run homer, his first time up on the first pitch he saw from Matthew Boyd. And now he'll take outside for a ball. He's a switch hitter, batting right-handed now. Big, strong athlete. Here comes the 1-0 to Raleigh. Line toward third. Great play by Bregman. What a pick. He spins and throws him out. I'm sure you had that play to make many, many times in your career, Ron.
Yeah, that's not an easy play at all. You get that kind of in between hop, and you got to pick it going hard to your left. Great pick on that play by Bregman, and then it's just pitch and catch for him. And you talked about very accurate throwing arm, but a great pickup by Bregman.
2 down. Here's Cole Young, and he'll check his swing and take outside.
And Pat, that'll be our catch of the game. How about that?
Sure.
Sponsored by Catch Des Moines. That play is a real trip, and so is Des Moines. It's a trip. Make it yours at CatchDesMoines.com.
Here comes the 1-0. Bouncing ball to first. Fair, fielded by Bush. Unassisted play. 1-2-3 inning for Matthew Boyd. We go to the 5th inning. Zach Zaidman joins Ron Coomer in a moment. It's the Mariners 4 and the Cubs 3 on the score, and the Northwestern Met.
Marsh comes in, makes the catch. He plucks it right off the top of the grass.
And diving catch, Reynolds. Speared by Bradley.
What a catch by Tom.
Wow, what a grab. Willie Mays style. Valteri will come in, slide, and make the catch. Oh, man.
Oh, diving stop by Bregman. Throw to first in time.
Nico in time. Sensational. He made the catch. Wow, he caught it. What a play.
Makes a terrific catch right in front of the garage door.
And a leaping grab there by Lars Nootbaar up against the Green Monsters.
Great pick by Stewart. He can play some defense too.
Diving into a catch is Barry Cotto.
He made the catch. Oh, what a play. He climbed the wall.
Diving stop, Jimenez. Back to his feet and on to first in time.
Neto, another diving stop. His throw to first. He robs Alvarez.
A diving play by Masayo, and he gets the out at the bat.
Wonderful grab.
What a catch by McCarthy.
So an intentional pass to load up the bases in front of Caleb Durbin. Swing a high fly ball left field deep. McAdoo back at the wall. It is gone. A grand slam. The Durbinator strikes and busts it open in Toronto. How do you like that? Number 12 for Durbin. A grand slam.
Durbin gets a hanger, and he absolutely launches this ball. All of a sudden, now he's sitting at 59 RBIs for Caleb Durbin.
Terms. Join the people in your corner at myconsumers.org. Federally insured by NCUA.
Getting set for the top of the 5th inning here in Seattle, the opener of a 3-game weekend set. Mariners leading the Cubs 4-3. Michael Bush, Alex Bregman, and Ian Happ due up for the Cubs here in the 5th against right-hander Emerson Hancock, who works on the extreme first base side of the rubber. Righty-lefty matchup with Bush in the box, and here's the pitch. Michael swings, lines one for a base hit down the right field line. This will roll all the way to the wall. Bush digging for second base, and he slides in ahead of the throw safely for a double. That's Bush's second double of the ball game.
And I hope he's not hurt. He had that same issue that Ian had diving into the second base bag. He gets sticky because of the water. As he gets pitched right down the middle, hooks it in the corner, and then dives into second. And you know, that face plant right into the dirt before he got to the bag. I'm glad he's not hurt.
Alex Bregman at the plate, the former Astro, getting the treatment here in Seattle. The pitch. Bregman looks at a ball inside, a cutter that missed. 1-0 the count. Doubles by Cubs batters are sponsored by Southwest Airlines. Reliable, comfortable, convenient. Southwest just makes sense. Bregman 2 for 2, including a 2-run home run in the first. No one out here in the 5th, tying run at second in Bush. The pitch. Bregman swings, pops it foul out of play off to the right. 1-1 the count.
Bushy with a pair of doubles. We're getting it in our monitor again. His dive, and literally his left arm got caught up underneath him because of the wet turf. I think if you're a Cub player here for the rest of this series, I would not be diving into a bag.
Bregman swings and misses at a sweeper from Hancock. Count is 1-2. Bregman, the Cubs cleanup man tonight. Here's the pitch. Bregman swings and misses. Strike 3. As Hancock zips a fastball by him at 95 miles per hour, 1 away.
That last inning, we were talking about the catch of the game. The Iowa State Fair is still going on, and we were talking about this, you and I, Z, the other day, about some of the crazy things that they have there. But, you know, you got to be adventurous, and Zach, you're pretty adventurous. Would you do a rattlesnake corn dog?
Ian Happ looks at a strike. I think you know the answer to that. 0-1 the count. No chance.
Okay. What about a lobster corn dog?
Now that sounds a little bit better.
Okay. Now this one, I'm not quite sure about this one, but it's at least in that realm of a possibility of PB&J corn dog?
Oh, come on, of course.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I could kind of.
You would too.
Yeah, I said I would at least give it a shot. The rattlesnake corn dog, yeah, not a chance.
I get it. Here's the pitch to Happ. It's another called strike, a sinking fastball from Hancock, 0-2.
Now, I could see Pat with one of those great big pork chops on a stick at the Iowa State Fair, walking around, signing autographs with that pork chop in one hand and Sharpie in the other.
Happ looks at a ball low. The count is 1-2. I'm guessing your ability to imagine things is a little bit more vivid than my ability to. I can't see Pat doing that.
It's this beautiful Northwest air. That's what's doing it to me.
The 1-2. Happ swings and misses. Strike 3. Hancock gets him with a fastball. 2 away.
Now, he talked about Hancock and his ability to throw the fastball both sides of the plate, but he throws a lot of them. He throws a 4-seamer and a 2-seamer. He elevated that one on Ian.
So 2 down here in the top of the 5th. Bush represents the tying run at second base. Had a leadoff double. Let's see if the Cubs can bring him home and tie up the game. Nico Horner stands in. 4-3 Mariners. Hancock, the right-hander, working on the first base side of the rubber. Righty-righty matchup with Horner at the plate. He's 0 for 2 with a couple of groundouts. Here's the pitch. That's a breaking ball that floats into the zone for a strike. 0-1. Cubs are in the meat of their order. Brought to you by Pete's Market, Chicagoland's largest family-owned and locally operated grocer. Now the pitch. A bouncing ball foul off to the left. So 0-2 the count on Horner. The video boards prompting the fans here at T-Mobile Park to get loud, but there are a lot of Cubs fans here, and they're not listening. Here comes the 0-2. Ground ball foul off to the left.
We're coming to you live all season long from the Invesco QQQ broadcast booth. Proud partner of the Chicago Cubs. Boy, it's just a gorgeous night here. Pat and I were talking about this in between innings. How nice of a night it is here in Seattle.
Temperature was 78 degrees at first pitch. It's probably in the low 70s now. Here's the 0-2. That's way outside to Horner. A breaking ball that missed. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Roof open. Beautiful view of downtown Seattle. Off to our left. Hancock is ready. The kick and pitch. And this is popped up on the infield. Left side, darting over Donovan. And he makes the catch in front of the mound for out number 3. Bush stranded at second base after a leadoff double. Middle 5, Seattle 4, Cubs 3 on the score. And the Northwest.
The first thing people realize is the history of Montgomery, and that history is real. So while that history is in the past, it also helps us move forward in a positive way.
Just like a lot of other of the 120 minor league teams, the baseball is not what we do, right? The Tampa Bay Rays do a phenomenal job of sending amazing athletes here, and we let them handle the baseball, and we handle everything outside the line.
He goes to work now in the second inning. The third Ranger to amass his 2,000th strikeout in a Rangers uniform. And there's a strikeout of Tenna. Good start to the second inning.
But man, you get ahead with that heater, speed him up, looking for the high velocity.
2-2 on the way. And a swing and a miss at the changeup. 6th strikeout tonight for DeGrom.
Well, first strikeout on a pitch other than the slider. Really good changeup. He's used it well against the lefties.
2-2 and a swing and a miss. Cruz strikes out. 9 strikeouts tonight for Jacob.
Season high is 10 for DeGrom. He's 1 away.
3-2 to Lyle. And a swing and a miss. He got him on the fastball. His 10th strikeout of the night.
He just reaches back and dials it up right here. He's nearing the end of his night, still with good velocity. 97 at the top, and he is still untouchable in a lot of ways with that pitch.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.org.
Is proud to be the official beer of the Cubs Radio Network.
DG Yingling and Son, Pottsville, PA.
Join the Cubs Tuesday, September 1st to celebrate Armed Forces Appreciation as Matthew Boyd kicks and fires his first pitch. The bottom of the fifth inning is a slider that spins into the zone for a strike to Brock Rodden, the Mariners shortstop, Seattle's number 9 hitter. 4-3 Seattle here in the last of the fifth. Boyd delivers, and Rodden looks at a changeup that misses. The count is 1-1. So Tuesday, September 1st, celebrate Armed Forces Appreciation at Wrigley Field. The pitch, Rodden out in front. He swings and misses at a change. 1-2. Fans who purchase tickets through Cubs.com/specials will receive a special edition Cubs hoodie and challenge coin presented by Toyota. Don't miss out on this offer.
That's very cool.
Now the 1-2. Rodden looks at a ball up high. 2 balls and 2 strikes. So a lot of cool events coming up at Wrigley Field down the stretch here.
The challenge coin thing is very cool. My uncle taught me about that, who you know, Z, who was in Vietnam, and he taught me about the challenge coin.
Ground ball to short, backhanded by Horner. Overhand throw a little high, and Rodden is safe. Bush had to jump to catch it, and that was enough for Rodden to beat the throw. And he is safe at first.
Nico gets this ball in good shape, takes a little crow hop, and then cuts this throw loose, and he just elevates. Looks like he gets under this ball just a touch with his hand, and the ball sails on him. And it'll be an error on Nico.
So now man at first with no one out here in the fifth. The batter is Brendan Donovan. Bregman playing in wide of third. The pitch, he bunts it, foul at the plate.
Donovan with just over 100 at bat, 134 at bats this year. He's been hurt a couple different times.
Lefty-lefty matchup. Donovan, the former Cardinal, waits. 0-1 the count. Rodden at first. No one out. Fifth inning. 4-3 Mariners. Throw to first. Rodden dives back in safely ahead of the tag by Bush.
All opponents pitching changes.
Oh, and they've called a ball, Coon.
Oh, my. Wow, I didn't see that. That's an odd one. That's the same move he has had all year long. Count's not happy. They're barking from the dugout.
And now the home plate umpire, Brennan Miller, jogs out to the mound.
Boyd just asked what he's doing, and yeah, he called it right away. That is a move I can promise you that they were looking for going into this game, the umpires. Because you don't make that call without looking for that, because it was not like a, one of his, where it was that big a deal at first base.
Man at second, no one out. The 0-1, Donovan bounces it on the right side. Back of first, fielded by Bush, races to the bag in time to beat Donovan. One away, but advancing to third on the play, Rodden. The first out, sponsored by Xfinity. Reliable Wi-Fi at one price for 5 years. Xfinity, imagine that.
That's a pretty big play. Now the Cubs left play the infield in. All opponents pitching changes. They're sponsored by Sloan, official water efficiency partner in the Chicago Cubs. Leader in smart water and commercial restroom solutions. Learn more at Sloan.com.
Randy Arozarena at the plate. He swings and misses at a fastball from Boyd. 0-1. 4-3 Seattle. One down here in the bottom of the fifth inning, but Rodden at third base. So Scoop mentioned the infield in. Arozarena, right-handed batter. The left-hander Boyd is ready. A long set. Now the 0-1. And this is a little pop fly. Shallow center. Racing in. Crow Armstrong. It drops in for a base hit. Coming in to score is Rodden. Ball loose in the outfield. RBI single for Randy Arozarena. It's now 5-3 Seattle. Crow Armstrong tried to pick it on a hop and make the throw in. And then the ball just started getting loose out there in the outfield. He picked it up and on the transfer lost it, and it kind of rolled into shallow left center.
Now it's just a little hand grenade over the infield by Arozarena for a base hit. He was watching it the whole way, didn't hardly get to first base, just wondering if it was going to be caught. Just dropped in front of Pete.
Dominic Canzone looks at a curveball outside. The count is 1-0. Canzone, a left-handed hitter, 0 for 2. 5-3 Seattle, just one away here in the bottom of the fifth inning. A man at first in Arozarena. Boyd sets up high. The pitch is in there for a strike. Fastball, 1-1. Bregman playing almost equidistant between second and third on the dirt. He backs up with the count 1-1. Now the pitch. Ground ball hit on the right side, fielded by Ramirez to second for one. The throw a little offline. Nico has to reach out to his left to grab it. It pulled him off the bag. Then he was able to tap second before Arozarena got there. That is out number 2, but they miss a chance at the double play. Safe at first, Canzone.
Yeah, this ball is hit. It's a tailor-made double play ball, and Ramirez gets this ball, and when he shuffles the feet, his arm gets down, and he throws the ball, and he throws it wide of the bag. Nico barely makes the catch, and then has to go back and tag the base.
Julio Rodriguez hits a line drive base hit in the left center field. Canzone stops at second base. And the Mariners continue to apply pressure. 5-3 Seattle, 2 away here in the bottom of the fifth inning. The Mariners with men at first and second, and Josh Naylor will dig in.
Boy, how about this base hit? Ramirez puts a swing on this changeup down and away, throws his bat, and the ball ends up in center field. I haven't seen that before. Now let's see if the Cubs can get out of this inning with only 1 run scored. They had 2 misplays in this inning. Well, you'd really like to get Naylor out and get off the field.
Naylor is 1 for 2 tonight with a single. Lefty-lefty matchup. Boyd kicks and fires. And Naylor swings, drives one in the air. Deep down the left field line. This one slices foul out of play. 0-1. Naylor on the year with 10 home runs. He's hitting at .269. 46 runs batted in. Powerful left-handed batter.
First out in the inning, sponsored by Xfinity. Reliable Wi-Fi at one price for 5 years. Xfinity, imagine that.
2 on, 2 away. 5-3 Mariners here in the fifth. The pitch. Naylor looks at a strike, a slow-moving curveball that spun into the zone. 0-2. Canzone at second base, Rodriguez at first. Boyd on the mound, third base side of the rubber. Here's the 0-2. That's low and inside to Naylor, a slider that missed. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Boyd, a Seattle native. Grew up rooting for those great Mariner teams in the late 90s. Here's the 1-2. And a high fly ball, shallow right. Near the line, Bush drops back. He's under it and makes the catch in fair territory for out number 3. But the Mariners score another run, and it is now 5-3 Seattle after 5. This is the score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
That'll bring up Alonso. Signed a 5-year deal in the offseason. He has delivered beautifully.
Alonso smokes his ball to right center field. Another Pete Alonso home run is in the seats in Baltimore.
Well, number 14 to right center field.
It's a dagger to Will Warren, and another moment of joy for the fans in Birdland, who have embraced one of the game's great sluggers day after day after day.
Closing in on 300.
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game. These games. All the games. Pre-game. Post-game. And everything in between. This is baseball your way. with real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time. Because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.
Chicago just makes sense. The nonstops you want, the reliability you need, and an elevated experience. With free Wi-Fi for Rapid Rewards members thanks to T-Mobile. Plus options for extra legroom seats. They're like a 7th inning stretch for your whole flight. Southwest Airlines, official airline of your Chicago Cubs. Visit southwest.com/airfare-types-benefits for more information. Available on Wi-Fi enabled designated aircraft.
Hey, Cubs fans, make history with your business in the Village of Bedford Park. To learn more, contact Adam Colopy at ACOLLOPY at villageofbedfordpark.com.
Pedro Ramirez is on deck for the Cubs. Who's on Deck is sponsored by TimberTech Decking and Railing. Everything wood should be. Visit timbertech.com. Pat?
All right, Zach, thank you. We go to inning number 6. Cubs trail 5-3. Craig Counsell was ejected from the game between innings, something you almost never see.
No.
Pedro Ramirez leading off the inning for the Cubs, fouls it away. It looked like the home plate umpire Brennan Miller and Matthew Boyd, the Cubs starter, over near the on-deck circle, were discussing the balk call from the bottom of the 5th inning and going over the details of that. Here's a bouncing ball to second, gloved by Young. Short toss to first in time to get Ramirez out, number 1. And as they were talking, all of a sudden, Miller looked over at the Cub third base dugout, maybe 20 feet away, and tossed Craig Counsell out of the game, and then resumed his discussion with Matthew Boyd. Very bizarre.
Yeah, crazy play. Now, during the time of the balk call, Miller raised his hand at the dugout because Counts was yelling at him, so he almost got thrown out then. And then Boyd came off the field and asked Miller what he thought, and Miller's response, just from body language, was that he didn't step towards first, that he stepped towards home. And it's kind of a gray area because you've got that 45 degrees kind of thing,
Bounce to short, glove by Rodden, throws to first in time to get Conforto.
But it's one of those gray areas, as you know, too. We've been doing this a long time. Boyd has a very good pickoff move, and he does not take a distinct, long stride towards first like a lot of guys. He picks the foot up and puts it down, and then throws. And he steps towards first, but it doesn't, he doesn't take a long stride. And to me, that's one of those calls that an umpire like Miller came into the game looking for and then saw it and called the ball.
If I remember the rule, Ron, and I was an amateur umpire many, many years ago, the rule says you have to step more toward first than toward the plate if, in fact, you're going to make a pickoff throw to first. Here's a swing and a base hit to right. Past a diving Naylor. It's a 2-out single for Carson Kelly. Cubs trail 5-3. We're in the 6th inning. But the first thought I had was that's almost never enforced in a big league game unless it's obviously an egregious infraction by a pitcher. If it's close to that 45 degree, they let it slide almost always. Yeah,
well, and that's part of the reason why Craig Counsell got so upset, because as the umpire, you had to come into the game looking for that, call that play.
That's going to be all for the starter, Emerson Hancock. He works into the 6th inning. And he
the people are welcoming, they're loving, they're caring. So if you're looking for a familial feel, definitely Asheville.
It's Asheville. That's all you got to say.
Yeah.
They're excited to be back and back on their feet, so it's been awesome to see the rebuild.
Winning or losing, everybody's there having a good time rooting us on, so I've always enjoyed that the whole year.
You play here at the tourist park, and you feel like you're back in the old days playing real baseball.
Nestled right into the mountains there.
That's right on a cliff.
We play in Toronto. Guerrero sends over some good stuff for the guys, so when we play in Toronto, I definitely dive into that.
You gotta be careful with Vladdy, bro, because a Dominican breakfast will put you to sleep, bro. ¿Cómo está sonando la comida dominicana ya?
La comida dominicana ya no
No sé cómo está sonando, porque obviamente mi esposa me cocina. O sea, hay restaurantes, pero no voy a comer comida latina.
Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. See more at PfizerForAll.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
See what's on tap here in the sixth inning, sponsored by Yingling Flight, the next generation light beer. 2 outs and a man on. Pete coming to the plate. Pete Crow Armstrong, he's already launched one. Cubs could use another ball in flight, that is for sure. Cubs are down 5-3, Patrick.
Gabe Spire is the new Mariner pitcher. He is a nephew of former Cubs shortstop Chris Spire. As Pete Crow Armstrong steps in, he's the tying run here in the sixth inning. Lefty to lefty. Pete takes outside, ball 1. Kelly with his second hit of the day at first. Pete led off the game with a home run, his 32nd of the year. Since then, he has fouled out and flied to left. He represents the tying run right now. We're in the sixth inning. And the 1-0 from Spire. Pete ran up as if to bunt. He was not going to bunt, not in this spot. That was just a bluff, and it's ball 2, 2-0. Now, when you got as much power as him and you're the tying run, you're not going to bunt right here. Now the 2-0, and that's going to be in there for a strike. Big crowd tonight. We've talked about it all night long. 46,078. 46,000 has to be one of their biggest crowds of the year. I don't see many empty seats at all. Pete will take a strike on the outside. It's 2-2. Pete trying to get a hold of one. Kelly, a short lead at first, held by Naylor. And the 2-2 from Spire. Drilled foul deep to right, out of play.
Boy, they tried to come inside on Pete. That didn't work. He was ready for that fastball in. He smoked it, but just hooked it foul.
I would say breaking ball is coming after that pitch.
No doubt about it. Yeah.
And the 2-2. It just missed a little bit high, a little bit outside. Didn't miss by much. Traveling time for the runner Kelly at first. Cubs trail 5-3 here in Seattle. 3-2 pitch. Bouncing ball to second. Scooped up by Young. Throws to first to get a hustling Pete Crow Armstrong. Cubs don't score. We've gone 5.5. Mariners 5, Cubs 3 on the Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Hey Cubs fans, it's Nico Horner. Listen to every game here on the Chicago Cubs.
You could describe Tulsa as a big, small town or a small, big city.
Tulsa is a very mixed city of arts and film and sports. I mean, it's a true melting pot of all kinds of things.
Professional baseball in Tulsa, it's actually older than the state of Oklahoma.
It's nice to play in front of, fans that you see on a daily basis.
There's a kid who caught the ball. Was the kid got his lawyer on the phone?
He's on the phone with his agent. Hey, I need to negotiate something right here.
Yeah, don't go low.
Yeah, hey, you got to go for the top and then we'll negotiate down.
Usually the home team
always is on the field first, but for some reason Travis Mazzano forgot. Look at the guys getting him. He's like, oh man.
The Bowers began to do the crab walk like he was in PE in first grade.
We'll see that often.
Is this 1-1-1-3 on the putout? That's a new one.
All your favorite games from MLB Play are back, bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the Ultimate Mystery Player Challenge, and Immaculate Grip, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play, only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas.
Concerts.
Matthew Boyd going to work on Taylor Ward, Cal Raleigh, and Cole Young here in the bottom of the 6th inning. 5-3 Mariners. First pitch is outside, ball 1. We're going to take a look at a little baseball history and see what's happened on this date down through the baseball years. Next offering is in there for a call strike. This date in baseball history brought to you by villageofbedfordpark.com. It's time to make history for your business in Bedford Park. Babe Ruth is in the history notes today. Here's the 1-1. Fastball just missed inside. The Babe became the first big leaguer to hit 600 home runs on this date in 1931. Swing and a miss. Good pitch by Boyd. A chest-high fastball. Longtime Cub fans will remember this one. 1975. Cub pitchers Rick and Paul Russell, brothers, joined forces to blank the Dodgers 6-0. Strike 3 called. Taylor Ward is out on strikes, 1 away, and the batter Cal Raleigh. 5-3 Mariners in the 6th. It says Rick Russell pitched 6 innings. Paul finished up the game. It was the first ever major league shutout thrown by 2 brothers in the history of the big leagues.
I tell you, Rick Russell had some great years for the Cubs. He really did. Hard sinker slider guy.
Got a lot of double plays. Swing and a miss. Made the All-Star team, as a matter of fact. Raleigh Fingers became the first man ever to get 300 career saves, which he did with Milwaukee in a game against Seattle on this date in 1982. Raleigh Fingers. Here's the 0-1. In there for a call strike. Matt Stairs, Ron, he was a teammate of yours.
Stairsy.
Set the major league record for pinch hit home runs with his 21st on this date in 2010. High pop fly, shallow right, easy play for the young second baseman Ramirez, and that's out number 2. 5-3 Seattle here in the 6th. And the batter is Cole Young. But Matt Stairs, he was 42 years old at the time, still hitting pinch hit home runs at 42. He was playing for San Diego. He would finish with a very impressive number of 23 career pinch hit home runs.
How about that?
And I'm pretty sure that still stands and might for a long time. Curveball is low and outside. That was in 2010.
He was a great guy. You remember Stairs?
Sure, he was funny.
Yeah, he was hilarious.
He knew his job.
Yeah, oh yeah, no doubt.
And he was always ready to pinch hit.
Yeah.
1998 at Wrigley, the Cubs would rally for 2 runs in the 9th to beat Rob Nen and the Giants 6-5. Jose Hernandez drove in the game winner. It was a hot Friday afternoon. And those 2 teams would end the season tied in the wild card standings and would have a 1-game playoff at Wrigley, which the Cubs won. A swing and a foul off to the left and out of play. It was a very hot Friday afternoon. I remember that game at Wrigley. Kerry Wood was the Cubs starter. And I had some duties on the field before the game. I forget what they were, announcing somebody or introducing somebody. And I'm on the field. I had a few minutes before I had to do it. So I thought I'd wander down and, stand where Kerry Wood was warming up.
Yeah.
I've never seen anyone throw that hard in my entire life. Here's the 3-1, drilled foul deep to right.
You weren't first in line to grab a bat?
No. I was the first to grab my shoes and run away. It was hard to believe how hard he threw. This was when he was a rookie, before the surgery.
Absolute bullet.
And he's whistling in pitches like neck high at 100 miles an hour. And I said, no, thank you. It was very enlightening and frightening. Here's a pitch outside for ball 4, and it's a 2-out walk. But it made me respect people like you, Ron, who made a living trying to get hits against guys who threw that hard. Maybe not all of them quite as hard as Kerry at that time, but very hard.
Well, I can promise you this. There's not a lot of guys that can say they made a good living off hitting Kerry Wood. I can tell you that.
Still see Kerry at various Cubs reunions and the like. One of the best people you'll ever meet.
Yeah.
So quite a few things happen on this date in baseball history. We'll do it again tomorrow in the second game of the series. Here's the pitch to Brock Rodden. Fly ball to left, pretty well hit. Back goes Happ. Near the left center field fence, makes the catch. Right up against the 376 sign. It ends the inning. Mariners don't score. We go to inning number 7. Seattle 5, Cubs 3 on the Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
The Cubs play here.
All your favorite games from MLB Play are back. Bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the Ultimate Mystery Player Challenge, and Immaculate Grip, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play. Only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
The 0-1. Ohtani blisters the ball the other way, carrying back toward the wall. Gone! A home run! An opposite field shot for Shohei. And the Dodgers are back up by 5.
Little cutter coming in at 89 miles an hour, going out at 105. That's actually not a bad location as far as the pitch, but you see Shohei so strong, gets the extension, and goes to one of the deepest parts of the ballpark there.
This ball is absolutely incinerated. Long gone again. Kyle Hurd catches Ohtani's second of the game and 29th of the season.
Guys, you know that the bullpen plays a game, like to call their shot. So I'm going to break it down for you because there's a chance that Kyle Hurd, if he had called Shohei Ohtani's home run, he may have gotten 10 points for that. It's 10 points if you call it and catch it.
$888-8888.
Top of the 7th in Seattle. Mariners 5, Cubs 3. The 7th inning is sponsored by the Volvo XC90. Room for everyone, ready for wherever the road takes you. Pat?
Gabe Spire still pitching for Seattle. Fires a strike to Seiya Suzuki. Cubs led 3-0 after a half an inning tonight. Swinging a foul back, out of play. If you just joined us, Pete Crow Armstrong led off the game with a home run to right. That was against Emerson Hancock. 1 out later, Michael Busch doubled, and Alex Bregman homered just inside the foul pole down the line and left. And the Cubs had a 3-0 lead. But it was a short-lived lead. In the second inning, Seattle scored 4 on a 3-run homer by Cal Raleigh and a run-scoring hit by Brendan Donovan. They added another run in the 5th inning, and they lead 5-3. Spire delivers 1-2. Fastball in near the hands. Just getting started in a weekend full of baseball between these two. And the pitch on the way. Looper, shallow right. That's going to fall in there for a base hit. Yes, it does. Leadoff single for Seiya. He kind of got jammed. Didn't hit it that well, but hit it in no man's land.
Little inside out. Job might have broke his bat, but that's a base hit. Now, they had a very odd promotion in between innings. Did you see that, Patrick?
I did not.
Okay, so they were dropping hot dogs out of the upper deck down with parachutes so they would float down.
Did these have mustard, or were these mainly dry dogs?
I'm guessing they're probably dry dogs. Now, Zach asked me a question about whether I would have one of them dry dogs dropping out of the sky. Now, I know you have an affinity for dry dogs. We established that in the World Series.
Swinging a foul back by Bush. But generally, I don't eat anything that falls out of the sky.
So you're not a hot dog from heaven kind of guy.
That's a good way to put that, Zach. I like that. 0-2. And rarely do you hear the word heaven and hot dog in the same sentence.
Now, maybe hell, but I don't know.
So the dry dog promotion.
Yeah.
Is a pitch low and outside for a ball. Yeah. Well, they didn't notify me about that.
We'll fix that for tomorrow. Don't worry.
Nobody out and a man at first. Bush represents the tying tally. And Michael swings and misses. Strike 3. Breaking ball got him. Before Bregman bats, 10 for ID. This is The Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Talk Cubs with us. Spiegel and Holmes, afternoons 2 to 6 on 104.3 The Score. On Odyssey Sports Station, WSCR, WSCR FM, and HD1 Chicago.
Bregman steps in. Homered in the first. Bounces one back to the mound. Throw goes to second. There's one over to first. Double play. 1-6-3. Cubs don't score. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Seattle 5, Cubs 3 on The Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Chicago. This is Pete Crow Armstrong. Pat and Ron call every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Want to rethink what's possible? How about being an investor, not just in your future?
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game. These games. All the games. Pre-game. Post-game. And everything in between. This is baseball your way. With real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time. Because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.
Here's an earful of the funniest moments this week.
Hey, we got the corn in the stands.
Muncy stumbled coming out of the box there twice.
Can we get rid of the apple, please?
And the Sox get a win.
Cole slid right through Uncle Josh's legs here.
And speaking of strange things,
Julio threw the ball into the seats. That was the second out.
No, he didn't.
Off the glove.
No, he didn't.
That was a little corny, but there was plenty of excitement around the game, too.
Over dives, and he got it. Swung on and missed. Wong will try and collect and throw. He skips it.
Oh, my goodness.
He made an outstanding play.
But it was the arm in right field that stole the spotlight.
Are you kidding me? Stop running on him. Lay out full extension. My drop to his feet. At the wall, he leaps a
Yeah! How about that?
All reviews in this game are sponsored by Northwestern Medicine. A second opinion is always a good idea. Get yours at Northwestern Medicine. Pat?
Daniel Palencia on the mound. Good to see him back. It's his first big league appearance since the middle of June. June 15 to be exact. So about 9 or 10 weeks have gone by. He pitched in the World Baseball Classic and had the save for the championship for his native Venezuela. And Brendan Donovan will be the first man to face Palencia here in the bottom of inning number 7. First pitch bounced to first, fair, fielded by Bush. Underhand feed to Palencia on the bag, and that's out number 1. But it's good to see him back on the mound.
Yeah, there's no doubt. He was kind of running kind of gingerly over to first base. I hope he's okay. Maybe he just, he wasn't running all that hard. I think he's all right. But yeah, great to see him back on the mound with that blazing fastball. Cubs would love to have his arm in that bullpen, boy, for this final month and about a week left.
Randy Arozarena will take a strike. And Arozarena, I was thinking about him in 2020 when he played for Tampa. He did the amazing thing of having 10 postseason home runs in 1 year. He hits a high fly ball to right, slicing toward the line. Suzuki over there with a play and reaches out and cannot make the catch. He tried to reach out, and it looked like his glove may have hit that side netting. And no interference was called by the first base umpire, Blakeney.
Yeah, they're going to look, and I think for Suzuki, he just had, when you're getting that close to the wall and you're kind of running, you can't really find out where the wall's at. You can't look down, so he kind of reaches out, and he's getting close to the wall, and now they're gonna take a look at this and see if there was some interference, to your point, and they're going to talk to the umpires, and I think they're going to take a look at this. And
the ruling on the field is a foul ball, no spectator interference. Chicago's challenging.
So Cubs are going to challenge this.
Well, let's see if the fans reached out over the railing onto the playing field, Ron, across that plane, and did interfere. It's possible.
Yeah, I don't know if Suzuki ever got literally into the stands with his glove, but fans were reaching out to the field. And that is the question. And did they touch his glove? If they did, that could be interference.
He reached out, the ball hit the glove.
Yeah.
It almost looks like as soon as the ball hit the glove, a fan reached out and grabbed his mitt.
Yeah, I think, or at least hit it.
Or jarred the mitt to move it a little bit. And that would be interference if in fact that's what the umpires see.
Yeah. Managers' challenges, they take second looks, second opinions, always a good idea. Get yours at Northwestern Medicine. We're getting a good look here in our monitor in our booth now.
Seiya ran over, left arm fully outstretched, reaching for that foul drive down near the right field corner area. And it looked like he had the ball in the glove there. And let's see what the ruling is.
After review, there was no spectator interference. The call is confirmed. Chicago will lose their challenge.
What I think I saw, the last shot I got, was the ball hitting the glove, and then the ball starting to come out of the glove, and then the glove going down and hitting the fan's hand right down below the glove. So I think that's what the umpire saw in New York, and that's why it is not interference.
So the count is 0-2 on Arozarena. Randy singled to drive in a run his last time. He swings and misses, and he's out number 1. Palencia with a good blazing fastball. It came in there at about 96.
How about this? 99. That was a blistering fastball, right? That was good gas right at the top of the zone.
1 down, 7th inning. 5-3 Seattle. Cubs out hitting the Mariners 9-6. Still some time left, though. Only the 7th inning. It's a good night to hit.
Yep, strikeouts by Cubs pitchers are brought to you by Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers.
Dominic Canzone, the batter, left-handed hitter, pops it up, foul, and back out of play. Palencia throwing very hard. That's a good sign.
Yep, absolutely. 7th inning. It's sponsored by Volvo XC90. Room for everyone. Ready for wherever the road takes you.
Swinging a foul back. 1-2. What do you like here, Ron?
When you throw 100, it's hard to
triple digits.
Yeah, it's hard to say don't throw that.
Okay.
Yeah, I tried to hit it. It's not easy.
That's what Kerry Wood was throwing that day. Here's a pitch taken high for a ball.
The pitch was called.
Kelly's going to challenge this one. Ball strike challenge sponsored by Northwestern Medicine. See what they got.
Just outside.
Chicago has one challenge.
Cubs will lose one of their challenges.
Just missed off the plate away. Coming to you live all season long from the Invesco QQQ broadcast booth. Proud partner of the Chicago Cubs.
2-2 to Canzone from Palencia. Fastball high. He's bringing it right now.
Yeah, another 99-mile-an-hour heater.
That's encouraging. Canzone nothing for 3. Left-handed batter waiting. The payoff pitch from Palencia. On the way. Strike 3 call. 1-2-3 inning. Welcome back, Daniel Palencia. Let's see if the Cubs offense can rally late in this game. They trail 5-3 as we go to the 8th inning on The Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs radio network.
Hey Cubs fans, it's Michael Bush. Listen to every game here on the Chicago Cubs radio network.
Get in the zone, AutoZone. So the reason I got to Cooperstown is because I played with Cal and I played with Eddie and I played with some of the greatest players ever. And, you know, I just had to figure out how I did my job, and I was honored to have some of the best players that ever played put on uniforms, and they happen to be Oriole uniforms. If there's ever any doubt that I'm 78, all I got to do is look at my old cards, and I know.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Gosh, we've gone to Sea Dogs games since we were kids.
I've been coming to see the Sea Dogs for the last 30 years. Great experience.
Everybody here is just bends over backwards to help people out and wish the world was like it is right here at the ballpark.
We've always wanted to be more than just a baseball team. We want to be strong, active, contributing members of the community. And I think that effort is seen by the people and the fans, and they want to support that effort.
Jammed and a little pop-up. Everybody's coming, but the pitcher wants it. Now he's going to give way. What's he doing? It's going to be dropped.
Keystone Cops on the infield for the Rockies.
Isbell's got a beat on there. Battling the sun. He bobbles and recovers. That's a highlight tape and a heck of a catch.
That went straight lawn dart. It's in the ground. On guard. That's it.
She comes off that stool down there and makes a nice catch. A hot line drive.
And Vladdy's applauding.
Top of the 8th inning, and this 8th inning is sponsored by Cars for Kids. 877 Cars for Kids. That's Cars with a K. To donate your car today, Patrick.
Edward Bazardo, the new right-handed pitcher for Seattle. Ian Happ leads off, swings and misses, 0-1. Bazardo in 60 games, so they've used him a lot. ERA of 3. He has struck out exactly one man per inning. Curveball low and inside, 1-1. Opponent's pitching changes. Those are always worth noting. Opponent's pitching changes brought to you by Sloan, the official water efficiency partner of the Cubs, as Happ takes outside, 2-1. Sloan is also the leader in smart water and commercial restroom solutions. Learn more at sloan.com. Cubs have not scored since the first inning. We are in the 8th. Happ drives one in the air, deep right center. This ball's got a chance. Gone. It's a one-run ball game. Ian Happ, a long home run to right center. His 21st of the year, and the Cubs now trail 5-4.
Boy, this ball is really well struck by Ian. It's right over the 380 mark. Goes halfway up the lower deck. So this is a long blast by Ian Happ on a fastball that, as you'd call it, partner, a bullseye right in the middle.
Happ's 52nd run batted in. It's now a one-run nail-biter. Nico Horner, the batter. It's got to be a little jarring for a relief pitcher. The first man you face takes you deep. Nico lines one to right field. There's a base hit. Horner spanks an opposite field single. One of the best base runners on the team. Representing the tying run at first, Horner, and the batter, Pedro Ramirez. What is this plate appearance going to be about?
Well, now you wouldn't surprise me. Pedro does a good job putting the ball in play. Nico, as you said, great base runner, great base stealer for the Cubs. So you got options here to do something with Ramirez at the plate. You could hit and run. You could just run Nico.
Pete Woodworth is the pitching coach for Seattle. There was a very brief discussion. Woodworth turns and runs back to the first base dugout. So the Cubs have Horner at first, Ramirez at the plate. Pedro is due. He's hitless in the game. Horner to be held by Naylor at first. 5-4 Seattle leads. And Ramirez swings and fouls it back.
Ramirez a good swing at that high fastball.
Sometimes when your teammates have already homered and then singled ahead of you, it gives you just a little extra confidence, I think. If they can do it, so can I. Here's the 0-1 instead of tossed to first, not in time.
Zardo, I would say, is on the slower side to home plate. He's got somewhat of a fairly good-sized leg kick, and it kind of folds up and down before he puts that arm down, that foot down.
Ramirez takes way outside. Luzardo kind of stumbled on that pitch. Shallow at third is Donovan looking for some kind of a bunt. Now the 1-1. Low and inside to Ramirez. 2-1. You wouldn't think he'd want to go 3-1 here, so this might be in a hittable spot. Horner a short lead. The stretch and the pitch. It's outside. It's 3-1.
Zardo thought that was a strike. Low backdoor hook. Didn't get the call. Pitch off the plate away. See what happens now on 3-1.
Let's keep an eye on Horner. Leading, not running. The pitch inside, ball 4. The plot thickening now in the 8th inning. Still nobody out, a run in the bank. Cubs down 5-4. Now they have 2 men on base for Michael Conforto. What's this at-bat going to be about?
I got to believe Conforto's swinging the bat, but you got to see some pitches first. Wow, that last pitch, that was off speed. That ball got a lot of the strike zone. They did not challenge.
Now shallow at third is Donovan. 2 men on, nobody out for the Seattle native Conforto. And he pops it up foul. This is going to be caught by the third baseman Donovan. Conforto fouling out on the first pitch. 1 away.
Yeah, it's fastball or something inside. Jammed Conforto. He just popped it up. First out in the inning, always sponsored by Xfinity. Reliable Wi-Fi at one price for 5 years. Xfinity. Imagine that.
Carson Kelly has a couple of hits. He would love to make it 3 in this at-bat. 5-4 Seattle, 8th inning, 1 away, runners at first and second. Right-hander to right-hander. First pitch strike. 46,000 plus are here tonight. The scoreboard telling the fans to get loud. The 0-1 from Bizzardo. Fastball away. This guy can bring it. 1-1. The left fielder, Rosarena, not all that deep. Now the 1-1. Nubbed foul off the end of the bat. He was out in front of an off-speed pitch. Now it's 1-2.
Yeah, Bizzardo with that 98-mile-an-hour two-seam fastball, and then spins it up there. That one about 12 miles an hour slower. Cubs trail by a run. Kelly trying to come through, waiting for the 1-2 pitch. The runners go. The pitch, ground ball to short. They'll stay out of the double play. The throw to first is in time. Interesting call by either Craig Counsell or Ryan Flaherty. Runners at second and third now. That would have almost certainly been a double play had they not been running, Ron.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, now you get PCA at the plate with a base open. The catcher going out to talk to his pitcher.
I'd be surprised if they pitched to him.
Absolutely.
How about you?
Absolutely. I'm surprised, Dan Wilson, that this is a question. I mean, he's talking with his bench coach, longtime manager Manny Acta. Aren't you surprised they're going to pitch to him?
After PCA, you've got a right-handed batter, Suzuki, which is another reason why you would not pitch to Pete. Well, let's see what happens.
No, they're not going to pitch to him. No, there you go.
Yep. Intentional walk.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Intentional walk.
Be up to Seiya Suzuki now to hit this sinker slider. Cubs could use a big swing in the bat from Seiya.
Ball game on the line. Potential turning point. Plate appearance right now for Seiya. Trying to add to his 74 RBIs. Bases loaded, 2 down, 8th inning, 5-4 Seattle. First pitch curve low and away, ball 1. Infielders will try to knock down any sharp grounder and keep it on the infield. The 1-0. Curveball is outside. A challenge
The pitch was called the ball.
by Seattle. They thought it was a strike. It was very close toward the outside.
Ball strike challenge sponsored by Northwestern Medicine.
It is a ball. Seattle has 1 challenge remaining.
Wow, off the plate away. Oh my, barely. Ooh.
By a whisker. 2-0 with the bases loaded. Let's see if Seiya gets something to hit. Here's the pitch. Fastball outside. Another challenge.
Been a challenge. Game's on the line. This is a fastball away. Ball strike challenge sponsored by Northwestern Medicine.
And it was a strike. Barely. You don't see back-to-back pitches being challenged very often. It's now 2-1. Cubs trail by a run, 8th inning. Bases loaded. The pitch. Fastball, strike 2 call.
Suzuki took that one. He wasn't quite sure what he was going to get, I don't think. But he got a fastball down the middle at the knees.
Now it's 2-2. Everyone's standing here at T-Mobile Park. And the 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Suzuki strikes out. Cubs get a run on the home run by Happ. They leave the bases loaded. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Seattle 5, Cubs 4 on the Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Hey Cubs fans, it's Matthew Boyd. Listen to every game here on the Chicago Cubs.
How about a look at some of the best bloopers from All-Star games past?
Watch the reaction of John Kruk. Heart is palpitating a bit.
Don't throw the ball away!
Oh, Leon! Give me the ball!
It's hard to tell whom he frightens more, opposing batters or teammates. He did it again! And batter beware.
Take a look at Whitaker. That's a marking pencil. Pretty good one.
And Guerrero, there goes half the bat the other way, and it takes out Tommy Lasorda.
But these stars are better suited for shining plays.
Watch this one.
Spectacular play.
Long throw, Frank Thomas. Terrific play.
Perfect teamwork.
Up and caught. Oh, what a catch by Hunter.
It is a home run. One of the biggest home runs that's ever been hit.
There it is. The first grand slam in All-Star history.
Man, you're gone.
Ozzie gets the force.
How about that?
You could describe Tulsa as a big, small town or a small, big city.
Tulsa is a very mixed city of arts and film and sports. I mean, it's a true melting pot of all kinds of things.
Professional baseball in Tulsa, it's actually older than the state of Oklahoma.
It's nice to play in front of, fans that you see on a daily basis.
Fresh like Pete's.
The out-of-town scoreboard is sponsored by Club Citgo. Download the Club Citgo app. Save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up. Finals on the board. The first-place Brewers, a 2-1 winner over the Braves. Jacob Mizorowski, 6 scoreless innings for the victory, is 13th. The ERA now at 1.68.
Julio Rodriguez will lead off. Colin Ray coming in from the Cub bullpen, and he's working here in the bottom of this 8th inning. Julio Rodriguez will swing and miss. The bat goes flying. The bat ended up near Alex Bregman deep at third. And they count 1-1, Rob.
That's the second time he's thrown his bat. Once he got a base hit. That time, whoo, I've hit doubles that didn't go that far.
5-4 Seattle. Good old-fashioned nail-biter here in the state of Washington to start this road trip. Glancing to the 9th inning, Cubs are going to have Bush, Bregman, and Happ. 3, 4, and 5 hitters due up. Interesting to see Colin Ray in this situation, Ron.
Yeah, absolutely. He get put in the bullpen as the shuffle of the starting rotation happened.
Chopper foul.
But what a valuable guy he's been the last 2 years, being able to do, he started all season long, and now, he goes down to the pen, and he's just an extremely valuable guy.
And an excellent attitude.
Yeah, great guy.
Whatever you want, Skip, I'll do it.
Great clubhouse guy, absolutely.
Now the 1-2 from Ray to Rodriguez. It misses outside 2-2. Bottom of the 8th inning, a 1-run lead for the Mariners. Fastball outside. And now the count is full. We'll be right back out here again tomorrow afternoon. Missing inside for ball 4.
They're going to challenge this one. Kelly thought this might be a strike up and in on a breaking ball. Ball strike challenge sponsored by Northwestern Medicine.
And it is a strike. Very good challenge by Carson Kelly. So give Colin Ray the strikeout. That could turn out to be a big play.
Yeah, that's big. Great job by Kelly. He's one of the best in baseball at the challenge, and that breaking ball up and in, and it just caught the corner.
Here's Josh Naylor. Burley left-handed batter. 1 for 3 in the game. Swings and misses. Tomorrow a 6:15 Central Time start. David Peterson against a young phenom by the name of Cade Anderson, who will be making his major league debut. That's tomorrow. Fastball is outside. 1-1.
Cubs pitching changes. They're sponsored by James Hardy Building Products, siding with the Cubs.
1-1 to Naylor is downstairs.
And strikeouts by Cubs pitchers are brought to you by Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing that kid pitch tomorrow. Yeah, he's read a little bit about him. You know, great numbers in the minor leagues.
Big chopper back toward the mound. Ray has plenty of time. Naylor does not run well. Throw to first in time, and that's out number 2. 5-4 Mariners, 8th inning run, and the batter Taylor Ward.
First round draft pick last year by the Mariners, so you know right away he's up in the big leagues. So he had massive strikeout numbers, just great numbers in Double-A, and so we'll get a shot at seeing him tomorrow.
Taylor Ward, the batter. He has walked, flied to center, and struck out. Takes a strike. "79 degrees at game time. It's cooled off to about 75, I would say. Beautiful summer night. Just missing the next offering. 1-1. Right-hander to right-hander. Colin Ray fires. Fastball away. Ball 2. Ray trying to keep the Cubs within 1. And the 2-1. Just outside. 2 and make it 3-1. Andres Munoz warming up in the Mariner bullpen. He's been their closer, 23 saves. Outside, ball 4. Ward gets the walk with 2 down. And it brings up Cal Raleigh.
Little tight slider just off the plate away.
Now the umpire writing down something before Raleigh bats. Pinch runner maybe, Ron, at first?
Yep, pinch runner at first base. Rivas will be running now for Ward.
Raleigh, big left-handed batter, will swing and miss. He's a switch hitter. His homer came as a right-handed batter earlier.
Leo Rivas is now running at first base.
I thought he was going to be one of those one-named people that are very famous in history. Here comes the 0-1 pitch on the way. Fastball, strike 2 called.
Any in mind?
I'd say Casper.
Oh, got it. Oh, that's the first one I thought of.
Godzilla. Hulk. Aristotle. That's enough for now. Here comes the 0-2. They tossed to first, not in time. It's an unusual trio, isn't it?
Boy, I'm telling you, it's just Northwest air. I'm telling you, it's not getting us. We've been here 2 days. Woo.
Raleigh waits for the 0-2. It's up and in for ball 1, 1-2. Yeah, then day off, you get time to think.
Yeah, I do.
You know how that is.
I try not to.
Now the 1-2 from Ray. Raleigh hits a smash on the ground. Glove by Ramirez, the second baseman. Short toss to first ends the inning. Ray puts a 0 on the board. We go to the 9th inning. The Cubs need to rally. They trail by a score of 5-4 on The Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Hey Chicago, this is Alex Bregman. Pat and Ron call every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
I'm I'm going to throw out a restaurant, kitchen term to you, and then hit me with the baseball one. I'll start first.
Okay.
Mise en place.
Oh, mise en place. That is, as the chef, you put all your different ingredients out kind of before you start cooking, right?
You got it, man.
Yeah.
That's the most important
That's a tough one. I hear this one a lot because of my name, can of corn.
Easy fly ball.
What a performance by Sonny Gray tonight.
1 walk, 7 strikeouts, 7 innings, and boy, was he efficient. Just put on a pitching clinic.
Joey Cantillo, when he pitches like tonight, gives you reason to dream. Went 6 innings of 1-hit baseball. Walked 3, struck out 7, allowed 1 run.
Left center field. Tolbert dives, and he got it.
Takes the perfect angle. Great speed. Great athleticism, able to dive and land directly on his chest. That's a highlight reel catch if I've ever seen one.
Reed Detmer's incredibly good tonight. 8 innings, 2 hits, no walks.
No wonder we're the 3rd largest private employer in Illinois.
It's a place where it's like a flower. I can just see myself grow.
Because we treat our community the same way we treat our patients. Better.
Who's on first? Southwest Airlines, ranked first among U.S. airlines by the Wall Street Journal. Based on WSJ's 2025 rankings, see southwest.com/WSJ.
This copyrighted broadcast is presented by authority of the Chicago Cubs and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Chicago Cubs. Top of the 9th. It's the Mariners 5 and the Cubs 4. The 9th inning is sponsored by Circa Resort and Casino. Get ready for the time of your life. CircaLasVegas.com. Pat?
The moment of truth has arrived. The 9th inning. It's a nail-biter. Seattle leading 5-4. Andres Munoz, the closer, is into work on Michael Busch. First pitch, strike called, 0-1. And Busch is going to challenge that call.
The pitch was called a strike.
Fastball inside. Ball strike challenge sponsored by Northwestern Medicine.
That call is confirmed. It is a strike. Chicago has no challenges remaining.
Cubs have used their last challenge. That was a strike. It's 0-1 on Busch.
That was gas inside at 100 miles an hour.
Michael, 2 hits, both doubles in the game. He'll take down low. Now I'm looking at Munoz's season run. He's got 23 saves, but he has squandered 7 other chances.
No.
His ERA is about 4.25. He's lost 5 games. Fastball away, so he throws hard. He's impressive, but he has not been automatic by any means.
That's right.
He works out of the stretch. Here comes the 2-1. And Busch takes a strike. He can bring it.
Michael didn't like that one. He thought that pitch was down. We're going to get another look at our monitor. Yeah, it was. It was down, but just barely.
Munoz has allowed 6 home runs in 46 innings. And the pitch to Busch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Chased an off-speed pitch down near the dirt.
After a bunch of pitches in this at bat at 100 miles an hour, this is an excellent changeup in a really good location down and away. It's in the strike zone almost the whole way to home plate and then just dives down and away.
Alex Bregman, the batter. And he'll take a strike. Bregman homered in the first. He is 1 for 4 in the game. Cubs are down by a run, 1 away, 9th inning. Bregman swings and misses. 0-2.
How about that last fastball? 102 miles an hour.
Ian Happ is on deck. And the 0-2 to Bregman. Swung on, hit in the air, deep left field. Back goes to Rosarena. At the wall. That ball is gone. It's a game-tying home run for Alex Bregman. And listen to the Cub fans here in Seattle.
That ball's well struck. It's a breaking ball in the middle of the plate. And Bregman hits this ball a long way to left field over the bullpen. Over the bullpen, Seattle's bullpen. And now the Cubs need one more run to tie this ball game. No, that's not right. The game is tied now. Yeah, you were right.
5-5. Ian Happ, the batter. Ian homered his last time. And he'll take ball one. A clutch game-tying home run for Alex Bregman. His second homer of the game. His 18th of the year.
Hanging breaking ball. How about that?
Happ, a late swing, and the count now 1-1. Make it 0-2 on Ian. Bregman's drive straight away left field. Both of his home runs have been pulled tonight. So the Cubs are now even as Ian Happ fouls it back. And that'll subdue the crowd a little bit. And let's see if they can now take the lead in this ninth inning. Bregman, a two-homer game. And a swing and a miss by Happ, strike three. So 2 down in the ninth inning, but the game is now tied at 5.
Boy, I'm just seeing this again. He got a slider away. This pitch is not that bad a pitch. And he hit that ball a long way. It's down and away, but in the strike zone.
Let's see if Nico can get on. He swings and misses. If Nico gets on here, Ron, it would be almost automatic that he might try to steal.
Yeah, absolutely.
Horner 1 for 4 in the game. Ball game tied at 5 in the ninth. It got quiet all of a sudden here. And Nico takes up and in. It almost nailed him in the left arm. There's no way a guy wants to hit a batter here, especially a base stealing threat like Nico. Not in this spot. And now the 1-1 from the right-hander. Fastball strike. Little 3/4 sider on that time. Huge sellout crowd, and they've made a lot of noise. Horner takes the fastball high. Didn't miss by much.
Last fastball, another 100-mile-an-hour heater.
2-2 on Horner. Base is empty. The pitch. Nico lines it foul down the right field line. You always wonder if after a guy has given up a game-tying home run, he's already failed to do his job, which is to save the game for his team.
Yep.
Here's the 2-2. Big chopper to second base, fielded by Young. Short toss to first in time. The Cubs got a run. They're still alive as Alex Bregman ties the game with his second homer of the game. We go to the bottom of the ninth inning. The Cubs now are looking to get into extra innings. After 8.5, game tied at 5 on the Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Chicago, this is Carson Kelly.
I was so inspired by what you were making that I want to do my own all-star ballpark bite, but I'm thinking we take some of that brisket that you make, and I'm going to do like a little slider. Got the pepper jack cheese, some American, get it going with some of the barbecue sauce that you have, that spicy, delicious one, and then caramelized onions. Make like a little sandwich. Be cool?
Sound like a plan.
I think we did good.
Oh, thank you, thank you.
Thank
Great.
you.
Thanks, Chef.
They're inspecting Nico, saying he's either loading up the baseball or something.
Checking him all over. I've never seen him do a search like this, quite like this before.
What did they find in his pocket?
I don't know. He's out of there.
He's been kicked out of the game. And Nico moved as he goes over to the first base dugout and then on to the shower.
The bubblegum blowing contest. It was fun. It was at a time when Topps included bubblegum in their baseball cards. And that was the gum we used. These are all my baseball cards. The Topps one is right there. It's developed into somewhat of a big nostalgic thing. And there are a lot of people that, that's one of their favorite baseball cards. It's kind of crazy.
Number 8, call 224-661-0068 for details.
Ready to buy your dream car? Look to Consumers Credit Union for competitive rates and flexible terms. Join the people in your corner at myconsumers.org. Federally insured by NCUA.
Jacob Webb is the new Cub pitcher in the game. Pitching changes by the Cubs brought to you by James Hardy Building Products, siding with the Cubs. Bottom of the 9th, tie game. Cole Young leads it off for Seattle. Takes a curve for a strike. Pitching changes by the opposition, sponsored by Sloan, the official water efficiency partner of the Cubs, and leader in smart water and commercial restroom solutions. Learn more at Sloan.com. The next pitch called strike 2, 0-2.
My Webb come right in and throwing strikes.
Young waiting for the 0-2. Big, strong right-hander Webb brings it. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Off-speed pitch fooled him, out number 1.
Excellent changeup by Webb, and he has had a really good one here as of late. This pitch just starts out in the middle of the plate and dives down and away.
Here comes Brock Roden to the plate, or Rodden, taking down low for ball 1. Webb trying to get the Cubs into extra innings here in Seattle. 5-5 tie, the 1-0 from Webb. Off speed, low and inside, 2-0.
Strikeouts by Cubs pitchers. They're brought to you by Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers.
Now the 2-0. Fly ball, right center field. Deep but playable. Suzuki is there with lots of room. Makes the catch. 2 down. Let's see how we did in the Benny's Beverage Depot attendance game. It looks like I was a little bit closest tonight. The actual figure, 46,018. The Benny's Beverage Depot attendance game. 2 down, 9th inning. Webb trying to get the Cubs into the 10th. Brendan Donovan takes a strike.
They're going to challenge this. Ball strike challenge sponsored by Northwestern Medicine. Pitch is close, and it is a strike.
Ron, in the 9th inning, that's time for you to name the Benny's Beverage Depot ball player of the game. Here comes the 0-1. It's a little bit high. I know we still have some baseball left. Might be a little bit of a...
No, that's all right. We can go. Alex Bregman, how about 2 bombs in a game-tying shot last inning, top of the inning. So he'll be our toast of the game ball player.
1-1 pitch, swung on and missed. Good changeup. Zach Zaidman will have the post-game show a little bit later on. Here's the pitch, line to center, base hit. 2-out single for Brendan Donovan. And it brings up Randy Arozarena.
Donovan waits back on this pitch. He just shoots it right back through the middle.
Stay tuned for the Old National Bank Cubs radio postgame show, the official bank of the Cubs radio network. Arozarena waiting, bouncing one to short, fielded by Horner. He'll throw to first. We're going into extra innings here in Seattle. Alex Bregman, a game-tying homer in the top of the inning. Jacob Webb, a scoreless bottom of the 9th inning. After 9, Cubs 5, Mariners 5 on the score, and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs.
Now here is Cameron getting a start against the lefty. Again, John Schneider putting as many right-handed bats as he could. And he drills a ball to left field. And it is long gone. Daz Cameron with his first home run as a Blue Jay. It is 3-1.
Welcome to the club, Daz. Oh, you talk about no doubters.
This is a 442-foot home run.
Right up in the wheelhouse.
All your favorite games from MLB Play are back. Bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the ultimate mystery player challenge, and Immaculate Grid, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play. Only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Sponsored by Pfizer.
Chicago weather is tough. Your home siding should be tougher. Hardy Siding is engineered for our climate. James Hardy Building Products, siding with the Cubs. Learn more at jameshardy.com.
Top 10, Cubs 5, Mariners 5. The 10th inning is sponsored by Xfinity. Reliable Wi-Fi at one price for 5 years. Xfinity, imagine that. Nico Horner, Pat, will start this 10th inning off at second base. And the Mariners have a new pitcher on the mound, Sir Anthony Dominguez, who started the year with the White Sox, now in Seattle after the Luis Castillo deal.
It was a deadline transaction. Zach, thank you. So Nico Horner, one of the best base runners on the team, at second to begin the inning. Pedro Ramirez batting, hitting one foul off to the left out of play. It's a big spot for a young player here, Ron.
Yeah, you got to do the job. You at least got to get Nico to third in this at bat. You'd love to drive him in, and then, you know, the Cubs could play for 2 runs in this inning, which is what most visiting teams in extra innings really would like to do, is try to play for 2 runs.
Cubs playing in their 18th extra inning game of the year. That leads the big leagues. A swing and a foul back by Ramirez. Cubs have 12 hits in the game. Mariners have 7. It's been a good ball game. 5-5 tie in the 10th. Now the right-hander brings it, and this ball is popped up foul. It's going to be out of play. Sir Anthony Dominguez.
That's an interesting name, isn't it?
Absolutely. Tenth inning, tied at 5, thanks to a 9th inning home run by Alex Bregman. Horner runs, the pitch swung on and fouled at the plate. So Nico has to go back. He had an enormous jump going toward third.
Yeah, well, Nico, knowing that Ramirez is having a hard time getting this ball and hooking it in play to get him to third, he was taking a shot at just getting there on his own and stealing the bag. It's a good play by Nico, just didn't work out with the foul ball.
Here's the pitch to Ramirez, swinging a pop-up foul out of play. What advice right now would you give to the rookie Ramirez?
Well, right now you got to put the ball in play. I would say shorten up your swing and, you know, do your very best to get the barrel of the bat on the ball. Try to stay on top of the ball.
Here's the 0-2. Swinging a bouncer foul. He pulled it. That's what he wants to do.
Did a good job just staying on that changeup.
Ramirez 0 for 3 with a walk in the game.
Ramirez is a young guy, but he has very good baseball sense. He knows exactly what he's trying to do and how to try to get it accomplished.
And the 0-2 pitch, a bluff move towards second by Dominguez. Ryan Zefferjohn is throwing in the Cub bullpen. We might very well see him in the bottom of the 10th. First things first. 5-5 tie, top of the 10th inning. Here's a high pop fly. This is not going to improve the situation. The first baseman Naylor makes the catch. And that's out number 1, and Horner still at second base.
Change up in a pretty good location, and Ramirez goes out and tries to hook this ball, but kind of runs out of bat and swing, and your barrel starts dipping under, and he just pops it up.
Now that puts a little more pressure on this plate appearance for Conforto. Conforto, the left-handed Seattle native. Left-handed batter will take inside ball 1. Cubs looking for a clutch base hit right now. Tie game, 10th inning. And Conforto takes a backdoor curve outside. One breaking ball after another.
Yeah,
here,
they're going to challenge this backdoor hook. Ball strike challenge sponsored by Northwestern Medicine. And that's a strike.
So instead of 2-0, the count is 1-1.
The home plate umpire tonight, his microphone here in the last 2 innings has gone out. So we will just have to tell you what call ends up being.
The lead at second by Horner. Dominguez bluffing a move towards second, keeping him close. 46,000 were here. I don't think anybody has left. Horner, a big lead, dancing at second. The pitch low and inside, almost got away from the catcher, Raleigh. Two and one now on Michael Conforto. The shortstop, Rodden, is right behind Nico, so he cannot get too big of a lead. Here's the 2-1. Pulled foul. Now it's 2-2.
Now, Nico, if he gets any kind of a jump, the one thing about Dominguez is very slow to the plate with a high leg kick. Like Conforto hit that ball almost hit him.
Yep. Cal Raleigh calls time. Would this be a case of just verbally communicating what you're going to do instead of flashing a sign? And...
Well, I think they probably gave a sign and Dominguez didn't like it, and Raleigh wants to go to the mound and tell him what he's thinking. Because this is kind of one of them one-way conversations where the catcher's doing all the talking. Because that last pitch literally almost hit Conforto in the chest, and he fouled it off.
Cubs 5, Mariners 5. Top of the 10th inning with one away. Nico Horner, the courtesy runner at second base. Conforto trying to drive in the go-ahead tally. And another bluff move by Dominguez. Towards second, no throw. Now the big right-hander ready. Nico dancing away from second. He's running, and the pitch swing and a miss, and a stolen base for Horner, but it's strike 3 to Conforto. He swung at a low pitch down in the dirt. Nico had a huge jump, steals third, but now there are 2 down.
Yeah, and that was one of those plays where Conforto, that might have disrupted the concentration as he got Nico got halfway down. Stolen base by the Cubs. They're sponsored by Turo Tire, Chicago's hometown tire. Get called safe at TuroTires.com.
Now the Cubs really need a base hit by Carson Kelly or some kind of a Mariner mistake. Tie game, 2 down, a runner at third. 10th inning. Here comes the 1-0. A fly ball to right center, playable for Rodriguez, and the Cubs do not score in the top of the 10th inning. We go to the bottom of the 10th. Cubs 5, Mariners 5 on the Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Chicago, this is Nico Horner. Pat and Ron call every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
The first thing people realize is the history of Montgomery, and that history is real. So while that history is in the past, it also helps us move forward in a positive way.
Just like a lot of other of the 120 minor league teams, is, the baseball is not what we do, right? The Tampa Bay Rays do a phenomenal job of sending amazing athletes here, and we let them handle the baseball, and we handle everything outside the line.
6'3", 220 pounds, 23 years old.
Swing and a high fly, belted. First pitch in the show. Baez homers. Look at that Cardinal dugout. It is not supposed to be that easy. Unreal.
This is the energy. This is the excitement. This is the thump. What a swing of the bat. 449-foot shot. The first pitch he sees in the big leagues.
That's JamesHardy.com. Before we continue, 10 seconds for station ID. This is The Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Covering the Cubs and all of Chicago's teams, Spiegel and Holmes, afternoons 2 to 6 on 104.3 The Score, and Odyssey Sports Station, WSCR, WSCR-FM, and HD1 Chicago.
Right-hander Ryan Zefferjohn, the new Cub pitcher. It's a tie game. Bottom of the 10th inning. Arozarena, the courtesy runner at second base. And Dominic Canzone, or this is going to be Victor Robles, pinch hitting. That's what it is. Robles pinch hitting. Corner infielders are shallow. And a bluff move by Zefferjohn, and already the Cubs know that this guy's probably up there to lay down a bunt, Ron.
Yeah, I would say Robles knew exactly what the Cubs are going to do, a little inside move, and he showed bunt. I still don't necessarily know if he's going to bunt or not. Cubs are playing the infield way in.
And the pitch to Robles, look out, up and in, and it hit him. And is it a foul ball or a hit by pitch?
I think a foul ball.
Robles hit the deck. It hit him or hit the bat, and he fell down. He's on his knees up the third baseline about 20 feet.
Yeah, that was high and tight for sure.
I think it's a foul ball.
I do too. He goes to bunt, and this pitch way up and in. And it does, yes. It catches the bat, yeah. Dan Wilson asking what the call was.
Yeah, Dan thought it might have hit the batter in the arm.
Ruling on the field is foul ball, no hit by pitch. Seattle's challenging.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've already seen the replay. Clearly it hit the bat. So we're going to wait for a minute. They're going to take another look at it. Let's see, is there any possibility that we didn't see that properly? No, I'm still saying that's a foul ball.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, that's scary. If you're the hitter, that ball just missed.
It's right up near his face.
Yes, that just missed the beak of the helmet. Wow.
They're showing the replay on the center field scoreboard, so every player turned around and is looking at the replay again.
I think that ball hit the bat between his hands.
Yes.
Like where he was bunting. So you push your right hand up the bat, and I think the ball hit between his hands, which, have you ever seen that before?
No.
I haven't either. Yeah. Wow.
So Robles still at the plate. Arozarena still at second base. They are watching this replay to see if, in fact, the pitch hit the batter. Actually, Ron, in a sense, if it did, it would set up a
After review, the call the field stands at the foul ball. Seattle will lose their challenge.
I was going to say, if it did hit him, it would have set up a double play situation for the Cub defense.
Yeah, no doubt. It wouldn't be the worst thing for the Cubs. Just scary that that ball was that close to his face. That's a 98-mile-an-hour fastball, just whizzed literally right past the beak of his helmet.
Robles up there. Let's see if he's still going to try to lay down a bunt. Victor Robles. The lead at second by Arozarena. The stretch by Zephyr-John. The pitch. Curve low and away. Boy, the whole infield in motion. The corner infielders charging a possible bunt. Horner ran over to cover third, and Ramirez, in case the ball was bunted, he was going to run over and cover first.
Yeah. I think Seattle thought the ball hit the bill of his cap, is what I thought.
Here's a bunt back toward the mound. Is there a play at third? The throw goes to first in time. Zephyr-John didn't really look at third. He might have had a play over there, Ron. What do you think?
Yeah, he might have. He was not in position to throw when he fielded the ball. He was squared up to home plate, so you've got to shift all the way around to throw. If he would have caught that ball off to the side a little, he might have been able to whirl and throw. But the way he caught that ball, he was going to have a hard time throwing to first base. And now I think Cubs are going to bring in an extra infielder. I think Ian's going to come in and play the infield also, so the Cubs are going to go with 5 infielders is what I'm guessing.
So one of the ball boys runs out a new glove for Ian Happ, an infielder's glove. You've got a runner at third with 1 away, bottom of the 10th inning. It's a tie game. Zephyr-John will either go to work on Rodriguez, or you could walk. In fact, you could walk a couple of guys, yeah. Ron, possibly. I've seen that strategy used. What would you do here?
Well, it depends on where your matchups lie. The next 2 hitters don't really matter. So, you know, if you feel like the bottom of your lineup is a better matchup, I think you're going to go after Ramirez. They'll probably walk Naylor and then see where they're at from here.
Julio Rodriguez batting. Infield in. Tie game. The pitch low and outside. Zephyr-John needs to induce some kind of a pop-up or a weak ground ball. Of course, he would love a strikeout. That's obvious. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. Swinging a bouncer back to the mound. Holding at third is the runner. The throw to first in time. Excellent job by Zephyr-John. Now there are 2 down.
Boy, how about that little jam shot off the hands and just little soft one-hopper. And now, like I thought, they're going to walk Naylor, the left-handed hitter.
Taylor Ward is due up. Naylor gets the intentional pass.
See if. Yep, so intentional walk, and now Rivas, who came into the game earlier as a pinch runner, is now going to hit.
Leo Rivas.
Now with Rivas hitting, you got to watch out for the bunt. He can run well, and all he needs to do is get a hit, so you got to watch the bunt possibly.
Curveball strike to Rivas. 5-5 game, bottom of the 10th inning, 2 down. Runners take their leads at first and third. And the 0-1 from Zephyr-John. Line drive, shallow center, base hit. And Seattle wins the ball game. Leo Rivas, a line drive single. The Mariners win the opener in 10 innings by a score of 6-5.
Rivas, young player in the league, only hitting about 140, and he dumps one in the center field for a game winner.
10-inning ball game. Seattle wins it. Leo Rivas, a game-winning RBI single. And we'll be back with the totals in just a moment. The final in 10 innings. Mariners 6, Cubs 5 on the Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Hey Chicago, this is Ian Happ. Pat and Ron call every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
What if you could have the most reliable fiber-powered Wi-Fi? And get this, what if you could keep it at the same price for 5 years guaranteed? Now through August 24th, new Xfinity customers can get our best price on gig Wi-Fi this summer before it disappears. Just $50 a month for 5 years. No annual contracts, no hidden fees, and our best equipment included. Plus, get online in minutes with same-day Wi-Fi. It's Wi-Fi that finds and fixes problems before you even notice them. Like super intelligent Wi-Fi with a 6th sense. Plus, it keeps you protected from online threats. And get Peacock Premium included for 2 years. Lock in your price and unlock the possibilities. Get it now at Xfinity.com. Xfinity. Imagine that. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and autopay with stored bank account. Taxes and fees extra. Speeds vary. Use of fiber coaxial cable. Learn more at Xfinity.com/same-day Wi-Fi.
Tough loss for the Cubs, 6-5 in 10 innings. Mariners 6 runs, 8 hits, and 2 errors. Cubs 5 runs, 12 hits, and 1 error. Winning pitcher Seranthony Dominguez, 5-3. Losing pitcher for the Cubs.